Bright lights. Hello everybody and welcome to the United Stands. I'm Mark Goldbridge and we are live for Manchester United against Barcelona. Huge game, massive game, massive game, huge game, massive game, big game, massive game, huge game, big game, massive, huge, gigantic, massive game as Manchester United take on Barcelona. Are you excited? I've been waiting for this all day. I'm sure if everybody's the same as me, you have just been waiting for this all day. It's huge and I can't wait for it, and I hope you're all feeling very excited about it, because I certainly am myself. I think it's got so many levels to this game. There are levels, and yeah, I think that hopefully we're going to see a good game from Manchester United's point of view. I think we'll see a good game. Good game. I do think we'll see a good game, but obviously Barcelona probably, in all fairness, have to be favourites in the home leg, as hopefully we can be favourites in the second leg. Guittari tweets. I don't know what's going on. I haven't been looking at anything. Has something happened? I've not been on Twitter for the last sort of hour, so I've just been getting ready for this massive game. But let me just have a quick look and see what's going on. Intermediaries are believed to have spoken with Chelsea, Liverpool, informing the clubs of Neymar. Oh, Neymar. At Guittari tweets, he's got 500,000. After Liverpool played hardball in negotiations and refused to give a percentage exceeding 49%, now Guittari's interest has completely changed and Guittari is interested in Manchester United. Is that really something to get excited about? I mean, Slow Sports News, I think we knew. Did we not know all that before? I think people are just getting a bit overexcited. I mean, Slow Sports News, Qatar wants to buy Manchester United. I thought it was going to be something better than that. Bloody hell, we've known that for a week and a half. You lot are really desperate, aren't you? You're desperate for news. We've known that for a week and a half. You get me all excited, and it's basically something we've known for a week and a half. Oh dear. Anyway, look, team news is out. Dear Mark, I salute you for the De Gea video. I do not agree with it, but I love the other opinion coming forward. Beth is brave and a keeper, says Ronnie. Hey, welcome to the Members Club, Christopher. It's all about opinion. You know what? I don't even see what the controversial thing was about Beth's video. I completely haven't got a problem with it. I appreciate that there's people out there that would move David De Gea on. I'm not running a dictatorship here. I'm running a fair ship, and that's what it's all about. Let's have a look at the United team. Have they actually put it out there yet? It should be out there, shouldn't it? We're less than an... Here we go. United team is De Gea in goal, Wan-Bissaka in, and Malacia, Luke Shaw and Varane, Casemiro, Fred and Bruno, and then Weghorst, Sancho and Rashford. I've basically picked the team, which is very difficult to do, isn't it? It's very difficult to do that with Eric Ten Hag. Can I just say as well, we're sponsored by Boohoo Man. I've got my lovely Boohoo Man hoodie on. You can get 10% off with the code Goldbridge. There it is, next to me, through the link in the video description. And thank you very much for everybody getting involved. I'll come back to the Qatar thing in a minute. Man United are playing Barcelona. I actually couldn't give a shit about Qatar at the moment. We've got a massive game. Manchester United is a football club, as is Barcelona. My only interest, really, over the next couple of hours is Man United playing Barcelona. I couldn't give a shit about the ownership. So if you want to go and talk about that, there's probably another channel that will talk to you about that one. I want to talk about Man United against Barcelona. So, sorry, we've spent all week talking about Qatar. I couldn't give a shit. I really just want to talk about Man United against Barcelona. That's all I want to talk about, and that's all I'm going to be talking about for the next 20 minutes. So if it's not for you, jog on, get on Twitter, get excited about Qatar. That's the future. This is the present. This is why we watch football. Nou Camp, Manchester United, Barcelona. I know it's the wrong competition, but football is what I want to watch. Man United against Barcelona. We don't get this very often. At the Nou Camp, bring it on. This is what I want to see. So, yeah, Manchester United have lined up pretty much as I would have expected them to line up. No real surprises there. But I'm pretty pleased to be able to pick the Ten Hag team, because it's not always easy to do that. That's the Barcelona team on the screen there, and doesn't it look good? I mean, I've got to say, I love the stats carousel, but that Barcelona colours kit, that looks elite, and they're not even the team we're supporting tonight. It does look very good, and obviously there's our team, Manchester United. we're Manchester United, but we're buzzing. We're buzzing tonight. I hope you're all excited as well, because I'm really excited. Got a little bit of a quiz coming up for you in a minute through Boohoo Man, but let's just get up to date with what the Barcelona lineup is. It did go on the screen there, but it might have been a bit quick for you. Ter Stegen, Koundé, Araujo, Alonso, Alba, Pedri, De Jong, Kessie, Rafinha, Lewandowski, Xavi. So not really much of a surprise in the way that they've lined up. Christensen out from the centre-back position and Alonso comes in. That's the only change I think they've made from the weekend. On the bench, Fati, Torres, who used to be at Man City, Christensen, as I've just mentioned there, Baldi sometimes starts. They put obviously they've gone with Alba at left-back today. But look, you know what? This is going to be a cracking game at the Spotify Camp Nou in Spain. It's Spain, you know. Hi Mark, Qatar basically confirmed ownership. That's the tweet, just so you know. Sorry, back to the game, says Levi. I don't know how they can confirm ownership when bids don't go in till tomorrow, so I would file that under bullshit. Mario says, with no Eriksen, Martial, Anthony Martinez or Sabitzer, we look really vulnerable in certain areas. Fred will be key if he's in the mood, says Mario. Welcome to the Members Club, Ryan. Appreciate that. And Christopher as well. Remember, for all those little trolls in the chat who think they're going to ruin another player ratings, we will have the normal public player ratings that you can all do your votes on, but my player ratings for the match reaction will now be done on a link that the members get. So we won't get any silly rival fans giving, you know, our man of the match 2 and botting it and all this shit. We are going to use members for the player ratings, which I use on my match reaction from now on. So shout out to Christopher for being a member. Xavi has gone for experience at the back with Alonso and Alba over Christensen and Baldi, says Moses. And Twitter is blowing up here with Qatar marks, says Bob. I don't care. I'm not interested. I'm talking about Man United against Barcelona. I've got no interest in the sale at the moment. Members are not trolls. Members are good people. Al Doctor and John is a member as well. So what are you thinking about the team? What are you thinking about the team at the moment? I'm happy with that. It's the team I predicted from the preview. Look, I'd love to be playing in the Camp Nou or the new camp with Anthony Martial fit, but he hasn't been fit for most of the season, so that's a dream. It's not a reality. I'd love to be in a situation where we were picking, Anthony was fit. I'd love to be in a situation where Eriksen was fit or Sabitzer was available. But, Martinez, I think, is a big loss as well. You get injuries, you get suspensions. I think we've been a little bit unlucky over the last few weeks, but we're not moaning about it. I haven't seen any United fans using it as an excuse. It might end up being an excuse, but I don't feel Ten Hag spoken about it being an excuse. I'm not going to use it as an excuse. I don't think you should use it as an excuse. What are you feeling about this game, Mark, without Anthony Martial and Eriksen, says Mohammed? I'm feeling confident. Justin and Joseph, thanks for the Members Club. Really looking forward to this one, quietly confident. I just think these are the games that we support. These are the games. James, I'm in a good mood. I just don't want to talk about the ownership. I want to talk about this game. I don't understand the modern football fan who is more interested in transfers and ownership than what is one of the biggest games we've played in years. There'll be plenty of time to talk about that. At the moment, I just want to talk about this. I can't understand the football fan that doesn't want to talk about this game that's going to kick off in about 45 minutes against Barcelona in the new camp. And I'm not going to predict that we're going to win. I think that would be utterly naive. Barcelona fans are gunning for me anyway because I said their league's not as good as the Premier League. So, there's motivation there for Barcelona, for me personally, that, I really, really want Man United to put a good show on. We're going there weaker than I would like us to go, but I don't want to use that as an excuse. And I think that the way Ten Hag sets us up, I've heard a lot of people say this, and I genuinely do agree with it. I think when you've got Casemiro and Varane in your team, they've played at the Nou Camp many a time with Real Madrid. They know what it's about. They've probably got more experience than most people on that pitch for Barcelona when it comes to El Clasicos. So I can't think of many players that are starting for Barcelona that's got more experience in El Clasicos than Casemiro and Varane. In fact, is there anybody in that Barcelona side that's got as much experience in El Clasicos as those two players? So hopefully that'll be useful as well. So bad game versus Barcelona, but talking about a sale. Yep, I think if we get past Barcelona, we may win the cup. Looking at the rest of the teams left, says Derek. Look, the Europa League is. I'm not here to promote or big up the Europa League, far from it. But it's a very, very tough tournament to win because there's so many games you've got to play. Remember, this is a qualifier for the knockouts. This is not the knockouts. Arsenal aren't playing tonight, and they're in the Europa League because they're in the knockouts. They finished top of their group. So we've got to play a qualifier here. All the injuries, I think a draw would be a great result. So nice to actually enjoy games for United now, says David. You know what? It's the first time this year I felt this as well. I don't know how many of you felt it, but tonight is quite light. It's not even 5 o'clock in the UK. And I think for the last 5 months, it's felt like as soon as it hits 4 o'clock, it's pitch black and it's cold outside. Tonight's a bit of a sun. You know, it's starting to get dark, but it's got that spring feel of it. And when you get that spring feel, you do start to think about the latter stages of the Champions League and the Europa League, and summer's on its way. And yeah, just looking forward to it. I love this. All injuries, yeah, so that's from David. Welcome to the Members Club, Yanash. Also, think if we get past Barcelona, yeah, that was Derek. Mekel, welcome to the Members Club, and Adam. Hi, Mark. Hate to take away from the upcoming game, but what do you make of the tweet on the purchase of United? I mean, I am going to talk about this in a minute, Grace, but it's not massively... I'm just not massively interested in it at the moment. And I've spoken in depth with you lot many times about this, and I'm just not massively interested in the sale of Manchester United tonight because I feel that we've got such a big game going on here. Ash G makes a good point. Rashford hat-trick incoming. That wasn't the good point. Amit, it is a good point. I hope it's true. I have some Barca fans in my locality here in Mumbai. Trust me, they are not very confident, says Amir. Conflicted, says James. This was the good point. Want to win, not asked about Europa. Yeah, I think there's a few people in the chat who are like that. I will talk about this Qatar thing in a minute, but I just really want us to... I think it's so important as fans of football that you're excited and focused on football. You know, the ownership of the club, what are you getting excited about? What if they want to take us in a Super League? What if they completely destroy us? Like, I just don't think it's anything to get massively excited about at this moment in time until we know what their intention is. Hi, Mark. It's been a while. My last super chat was during Ollie days, and I'm having a blast under the Ten Hag. Long may it continue. We move, says Sagar. Welcome back, mate. Feels like it wasn't that long ago. Welcome to the Members Club, Full Master. I've just remembered something that I said I was going to do, and I am going to do. Obviously, the show is sponsored by Boohoo Man. Boohoo Man sponsor a lot of our shows. Boohoo Man is all about looking good and feeling great, like me. I've got my Boohoo Man hoodie on. Might get a bit chilly later, so I love this. And as we start the new year, then there's no better time to get yourself some brand new winter or active wear. Because Boohoo Man is sponsoring the show, though, it means it's time for some United-related trivia. This week, we're seeing if you guys can guess which United player Boohoo Man are talking about from the Blow Clues. So, I've played for both Manchester United and Barcelona. You see what we're doing here? It's very topical. I've played for Man United and Barcelona. Some of you might get it straight away. You might. I only ever played 7 times for Manchester United, scoring just 1 goal while on loan from Helsingborg. You'll get it now. I received the Premier League Winners' Medal for the 2006 and 07 season whilst playing for Man United. I played for one other club in the UK who are famous for playing in green and white, and I scored 174 goals for them in the Scottish Premiership. Who am I? Of course, Scooby-Doo. He's not Scottish himself. His name is Henrik Larsson. So well done to everyone who got that. And as always, Boohoo Man have given you, United Stand viewers, a discount exclusively for this video by scanning the QR code next to me or clicking the link in the description and using the code Goldbridge. You can get an extra 10% off all items at Boohoo Man. Thank you. Thanks to so much to Boohoo Man for supporting the show. And as I said, the QR code is next to me right now. There we go. Henrik Larsson, hey, played for Barcelona and Manchester United. Can you think of any other players that played for Manchester United and Barcelona? Because I'm feeling that Memphis Depay is another one. Who else has played for Man United and Barcelona? There should be a few. PK, he's another one. I think this game will be similar to the Arsenal game. A lot of possession from both sides. I do see 3-2, says CGI. And who do you think will have done a better job? Eric with United or Xavi with Barca, says Delve. I think Ten Hag's done a better job with Man United because in La Liga, you're always going to finish first and second, really, anyway. I think so. Yeah, that's what I would say about that. Mark, would you rather beat Barcelona in both games and lose the cup, or would you rather lose and be out of the Europa League but win the Carabao Cup? Kevin, that hypothetical I hate. I mean, at the end of the day, it's a tough one because I reckon we've got top four, and if we beat Newcastle, we've got a trophy as well. If you lose the final against Newcastle, but you beat Barcelona, you don't necessarily win the Europa League. Part of me thinks just take the Carabao Cup in the top four. Hi, Mark. Do you think that Rashford and Dalot will sign a new contract? I do, James. Do you think Kvaratskhelia from Napoli in the summer? I don't think Napoli are easy to get players out of, James. I'm really not happy if PSG is the blueprint. Count me out, says Omri. And Mark, I'm pubbing it for the game. Is it wrong to mix Jack Daniels into a Pepsi bottle so the missus doesn't know you're pre-drinking? She'll smell it, Alistair. It's not vodka. And tears in my eyes, Qatar Investments as treble champ. I think this game suits Sancho. You heard it here first. I'm predicting man of the match performance, and I have tickets for Dublin United Stand Tour. Can't wait to see you. Scooby-Doo. Can't wait to see the Globetrotter. It's going to be great. If we're bought by Saudis, we're theirs forever. No one will be rich enough to force a sale. It's concerning. At least the Glazers could be forced out, says Twiz. And Larson was such a good loan player. I wish he was persuaded to stay permanently, says Stephen. Welcome to Members Club, Shawnuk and Mark. How do we get the win tonight? What would you do tactically, says Henry? I think the way that we get the win tonight, Henry, is that we do what we've done many a time away from home this season, whether it's Arsenal or anybody else that we've had a successful game plan. You build it off a strong defence. You don't leave space. You don't go missing. Everybody does their job. Everybody's well organised. And then when you get the ball, you use the ball. Now, that means not just passing or hitting a long pass for the break. It's having the confidence to play your own little pass and move. It's having the confidence when there's space in front of you to carry the ball. We go and express ourselves in the way that we have done over the last few months. But we must do that on a platform of strong defending. What's your score prediction, says I've gone 2-2. I've gone 2-2 and I bloody love that because the most important thing is that we take a result from this. Valdez, Zlatan and Alexis Sanchez as well, says Jack. Good shouts, well done. Asher, welcome to the Members Club. Not sure about this game, but I have a feeling we're going to smoke them at Old Trafford, says Lil. We've got to take this game back to Old Trafford. That's the most important thing. Take it back to Old Trafford, if we can. Not easy to do it, but if we can, let's take it back to Old Trafford. And I think we've got a great chance of doing that, going through if we beat them. Let's have a quick look. After the intransigence of Liverpool's owners and their refusal to give a percentage exceeding 49%, the compass changed completely for Manchester United. Very simple steps to announce the acquisition of United. That's very vague. That's a very vague translation. That doesn't mean that we're being bought by Qatar. Very simple steps to announce the acquisition of United. Well, it is very simple steps. You give the Glazers $6 billion and you get Manchester United. It is very simple steps. Will they make those steps, is what I would say. I don't think that's conclusive that we're going to get bought by Qatar. I think that's a translation that says they wanted Liverpool, they couldn't get more than half of Liverpool, so they've moved to Manchester United, and it's a very simple process to buy Manchester United. The next question is, who else is going to be bidding tomorrow night? I've said a few times this week that I think Qatar will buy Manchester United, but there is other people that nobody knows about. Qatar is just public. What if there's somebody else? We don't know. I hope there is somebody else. Not that I don't want to be bought by Qatar. I hope there are some good options out there. The more the merrier. I nearly read a DM then out. That would have been very funny. Excited to finish work and can't wait for the game. I read the DM. It doesn't matter. Yeah, huge game for Manchester United, and I think that we've got to look at the main thing is, and I don't want to be boring here, but as Justin says, it's two legs, and whatever happens today, we will have a second half, and that will be in Manchester a week tonight. So I think if we can just take this game back to Old Trafford and be in it, I think that next game next week will be brilliant. What we don't want to do is be 2 or 3 goals down, taking it back. Madrid is clear of Man United, Mark, says Skeletons. Looking forward to the game, but not worried if we go out as title push is possible and come to Devon, Mark, on tour and share a proper Devon cream tea, says Liam Devon Red. I was in Devon last year and I really liked it. Westwood Ho, very nice. These are the games we love, says Oishan. And Junior says, oil me up. And have you heard about the Glazers maybe buying Liverpool? That's a fake news. Liverpool fans wouldn't let that happen. Tal says Barcelona are not what they used to be, fellas. So let's relax. Ten Hag's on the pitch at the moment, talking to Paul Scholes and Owen Hargreaves. I like that. I like the way they do that because it personalises the punditry. As we know, Scholes, he was quite vocal about people like Mourinho, and actually, obviously, backed Ollie because it was a teammate, but sticking Ten Hag next to him ain't going to be slagging him off as much, is he? Because it personalises it. So I quite like that. Just a reminder, Mark, Barcelona have won their last 12 games. Still hope United pull a win tonight, says TNT. Look, it's very similar to Chelsea. Some Chelsea fans moaning about Potter last night. You're playing in Dortmund against Borussia Dortmund, who've won their last 7 games in the Bundesliga. The Premier League is the best league in the world, but you've got to put some respect on these teams. They're good. And Barcelona are having a very, very good season, and they are very, very, very firm favourites. But this Man United side is confident. Ten Hag is confident. You can see it in his eyes. He's not nervous. I'm looking at him now, and he's going. He's full of enthusiasm. He's full of focus. He's talking away. He's going from Scholesy to Hargreaves. He's up for it. And I think that feeds into the team. It's 11 against 11 at the end of the day. I think the biggest name on the pitch is Casemiro. Casemiro is the one that matters more than anything because, this morning, Casemiro on his Twitter, he's putting a picture out of the game. You can tell he's absolutely can't wait for this game. And the thing about Casemiro, he ain't Fred, he ain't McTominay. He's a player that knows he's one of the best holding midfielders in the world. There's no if, buts or maybe with Casemiro. He'll go on that pitch and he'll play well. That's what he does. So that breeds confidence in the dressing room. Do we really have a chance of winning the title, says Mbappe? No, not for me. And imagine your 2 favourite teams are Man United and Barcelona. Pure emotional damage, says Diego. And our mission tonight is get back to Old Trafford still in the tie. Come on, United, says James Clough. We would have totally avoided playing this match if Ronaldo did not miss sitters against Real Sociedad. We'd have avoided playing this game if the referee could referee football properly. It was never a handball on Martinez. Absolutely stupid. And did he not get a yellow card for that handball as well? Let me know in the chat. I'm pretty sure not only are we playing this game because the referee bloody gave a stupid handball, I think he booked him for it as well. Skeleton says, I'm hoping for a Casemiro screamer. He did book him for that as well. I mean, that's just a double whammy, isn't it? What a double prat. We finished second in the group because Real Sociedad got a bloody penalty for a handball that was never a handball. And then not only that, Martinez is missing this game because he picked up 2 yellow cards, one of which was that stupid penalty. So it's double jeopardy, really, isn't it? Shouldn't have been a penalty. Shouldn't have got a yellow card. If Xavi gets a yellow, he misses the next game. But yeah, look, I'll concede that Barcelona have to be the favourites here, and I think we've got to be the favourites next week. I think you look at Old Trafford, you look at the new camp, the advantage is there, and I'm massively intrigued to see what the difference is between Manchester United and Barcelona. I mean, I don't trust anybody can tell me that answer. I've got people telling me Barcelona are going to absolutely destroy you, and I'm like, I don't think that will happen. But if it does, I don't think those people who said it knew either. How can you tell me that Barcelona is going to batter Man United? We've not played them. We've not played them. We're not in the same league. There's no observation that could be made about that. Just seen Harry Maguire in the tunnel. Don't panic. He's not starting. He's on the bench, which will be disappointing for him. Butland's on the bench. 2 goalkeepers on the bench again. Butland, Heaton, Delot, Lindelof, Maguire, Mainu, Palestri, Iqbal, Alanga, Garnacho. That bench is weak again. That's where the injuries really do hit. You look at that bench, and the only strength we have is defence. We've got Delot, Lindelof, Maguire, and then suddenly you go, shit. So you get Delot, Lindelof. No, I'm not saying they're shit. You just go, they're very inexperienced for a game of this magnitude. Mainu, Iqbal, bringing them on in a game like this, you're not going to want to do that. I mean, I've just seen Iqbal there coming up the tunnel, and it's just, you can see it in their eyes. They're just like, bloody hell, I'm walking out at the new camp. And so, yeah, Mainu, Palestri, Iqbal, Alanga, Garnacho, they'll all do their bits. They'll all do their bits. But, of course, that just shows the volume of players that we're missing. the Antonys, the Anthony Martials, the Ericssons, the Sabitzers, the Donny van der Beeks. This is the sort of depth that we're missing in the midfield and the attacking areas. But I think the starting 11 is capable, and we're going to have to rely on them. We really, really are going to have to. We're going to have to rely on them a lot. Another article's come out from the Press Association saying that Sir Jim Ratcliffe remains the sole confirmed bidder for Man United as the deadline looms. Wouldn't worry about that. Somebody's just brought that to my attention. Wouldn't worry about that. At the end of the day, if my house is up for sale and I've had a bid, but I say bidding closes tomorrow night at 11 o'clock, until 11 o'clock tomorrow night, that one bid doesn't matter, because I might get 5 bids coming in at 10:59, and I'm sure there will be some bids coming in tomorrow. Have a feeling the pasta is going to grace us with a screamer this evening, says Dan. Been a while, mate, says Edward Walters. I'm going for a 2-0 win and take the Carabao from Newcastle. Going to be a good month, and see you in Clapham. Edward, thank you very much. Can't wait. Hi Mark, been following you for 6 years now. Love the good work. Wish you and your family good luck and a lot more success, says Mohammed Shahid. Let's go for the win tonight. And to you too, Mohammed. Thank you very much for the lovely message. Do you think this is a test for us on how far we've progressed, says Gregan? Yes and no, because at the end of the day, this isn't our strongest team. So if we were to lose by a couple of goals, you'd have that in your back pocket. Watch out for Arahu. He's right now one of the best, if not the best centre-backs in the world, says Fazer. We were linked to him. Kessie beats Casemiro in a fight, says Oscar. And I know it sounds stupid, Mark, but part of me hopes that United lose because of the amount of games we have to play for the rest of the season, says Per-Eric Klassen. It's a personal opinion, Per. Not one part of me thinks that I want us to lose tonight. I think there's too much of a rivalry there. Well, there's not a rivalry there, but I want there to be a rivalry there. Ten Hag just said we're going for it, front foot, says Moi. And we've got, Ten Hag I trust. And ultimately, Barcelona are a good side, but do you think we should be going to the new camp and going, oh no, it's Barcelona in the top of La Liga. Oh, I'm terrified. Let's play defensive. I don't think we need to do that. I don't think we need to do that. We've got Bruno, we've got Casemiro, we've got Varane, we've got Luke Shaw, we've got David De Gea, we've got Marcus Rashford, we've got Jadon Sancho. We have got players that can mix it up at this level. So I think let's go and do it. The team news is out. I'll put it up on the screen for you now. Don't forget, though, before I do that, 10% off with Boohoo Man. Use the code Goldbridge. You can scan the QR code or go through the link in the description. I'm wearing one of their fantastic hoodies. I like this one because of the colours, obviously. Get yourself some lovely, fantastic active wear and casual wear through Boohoo Man. And X-Rare Story says, I really like the content. What did you think of Felix's performance yesterday? I'd love João Felix to be at Manchester United. Look, I think people just love it when people like Gakpo and João Felix aren't scoring goals for Liverpool and Chelsea, but I would have took them in a heartbeat over Weghorst, an absolute heartbeat. And I like Weghorst, but there's a big difference. And also, I think Ten Hag gets the best out of those types of players anyway. I would have put Rashford up top and Garnacho left, says Ryan. It's an option. Hi Mark, it's Josh again, says Joshua. From this morning, I'm just wondering, have you ever been to St Ives in Cornwall? This is where I live, and do you like pasties? I love St Ives. It's a lovely place. It gets a little bit commercialised by people because it's very, very popular. But I do like St Ives. It's very, very pretty. And I do like a good pasty. So excited for today's games. Greeting to you all from Austria, says Hisoka. And hi Mark, I've noticed that lately you're developing a soft spot for Arsenal. Is that true, or is it just a hate for Man City? Love from Kuwait, says Razor. I don't have a soft spot for Arsenal. I don't have a soft spot for Arsenal. I respect what Arteta has done at Arsenal, and I respect where they are in the league. I think they've over-exceeded, but I just don't. You're right. I don't like Man City. I don't know what it's like where you are in Kuwait, but waking up this morning and having it rammed down your throat how great Man City are, and it's less than a week since they've been charged with 100 offences. I'm like, I just don't see what the validity or credibility of Man City is. I don't see the point in praising Man City. Their whole existence could be proved to be built on a lie. So I don't want Man City to win things, but they've got a great team. They have got some good fans. They have got a great manager, but I don't think there's any credibility attached to Man City at the moment, in my opinion. And my opinion won't matter much, but I don't. In 2008, we got knocked out by Sevilla. In 2019, we got knocked out by Barcelona. In 2020, we got knocked out by Sevilla. In 2021, we lost to Villarreal. And in 2022, we got knocked out by Atletico Madrid. Do you see a pattern, says Claude? Yes, I do. And it's not the pattern you think it is. Crap managers is the pattern I see. I don't believe in Man United struggle with Spanish sides because Eric Ten Hag didn't manage us in any of those games. You are a reflection of the coach you have. All that does is tell me Spanish teams were too good for Mourinho and Ollie. Tonight's got nothing to do with that, in my opinion. I don't see. I don't acknowledge that we're always going to struggle with Spanish teams. Saeed, welcome to the Members Club. Sorry, thanks for the super chat. Hi, Mark. Hope you're well. Hope we keep it tight at the back. Going to be very tough, but we can do it, says David. Hi, Mark. It's my 30th today, says Everton Forever. Can you give us a present of an impression of Sean Dyche, gravel mouth himself? Well, at the end of the day, it's a dream of mine to manage in the new camp. Xavi, is that his name, or is it Steve in Spanish? But Xavi, I think he often... he's always ringing me up for Tarkovsky, and I know he'd like a bit of wood, wouldn't we all? I'm talking about the player, but I could be talking about my cock. But look, great game, and looking forward to it. And rest assured, I'll be watching this in a bath of gravel. I hope that does okay for your birthday. Alan, welcome to the Members Club. Noskelen as well, and Hayden, thank you very much. We are half an hour away from the start of this game. We are feeling good. We're feeling excited. It is an exciting time to be a Manchester United fan at the moment because this is massive. This game is so big. I'm so excited about it. But of course, we have got this deadline tomorrow for people to put initial bids in for Manchester United. There will be an extension of that. Tomorrow night will be expressions of interest from people who want to put a bid in. And then I think there'll be a couple of weeks at least of, is that your final offer, etc., etc. So, but it's exciting. It's exciting. Welcome to the Members Club, Stallone. We struggled against Real Sociedad. I just don't think Spanish teams suit us. Even under Ferguson, we didn't have a great track record, says Jack. Win-win for our... Well, I disagree about Sociedad. I think, correct me if I'm wrong, in the home game, we made a few changes. And in the away game, I don't think we were, in a particularly good place back then. I think we're in a much better place now post the World Cup. Win-win for Arsenal if United go out, but if they go through, we will face them in the final and win, says Zayn Miasi. Hi, Mark. I'm a bigger guy, 6'10", and not that slim. Is there any plans on making bigger sizes on the shop? Says IDFC. I think they've got triple XL already in there. Spanish sides always own English sides, says S7D. And I'll take a 1-0 94th minute winner, says Gary. Look, it's a two-legged thing. That's the most important thing. Even if we beat Barcelona, and the chances of that are probably, I think most people would say Barcelona win or a draw. But if we manage to win, it doesn't mean that they can't come to Old Trafford and win. I think it's... Look, it's as everybody has already said. This game doesn't belong where it is. It shouldn't be being played on a Thursday night in a Europa League qualifier. It should be being played at least as a semi-final in a Champions League, because both Manchester United and Barcelona at this moment in time are comfortably in the top 10 teams in Europe. But unfortunately, because of past mistakes, we are in the wrong tournament. But this game tonight, it's not just because it's Barcelona against Manchester United that it's exciting. I've seen Barcelona play can you remember the last time we played Barcelona? I was looking at the team. We had Phil Jones at right back. I think Smalling was playing. Was that the last time we played them? That can't be the last time we played them. One of the times we played them. Yeah, look, we're in a different place. These teams are better than the Europa League, but this is where they are. So we're getting a big game in the wrong tournament, but both teams want to win. One problem I have with Ten Hag is the secrecy around player injuries. The other teams will probably know how long our players are out for. The players will all know each other and will talk. 100%, Joshua. Joshua at Welcome to Members Club. Kind of surreal to see Weghorst's name as leading the front line for United away to Barcelona, says David. United should go into every game trying to win. We don't drop standards to match the Glazers. Remember who we are, says James Clough. Hi Mark, I'm buzzing for the match. Who would you like to get in the next round after we smash Barcelona tonight in Old Trafford, says Hugh. Thank you very much. I've got no idea who I'd like to get in the next round. Let's just win this game first. And Pedri is the key. He has an Iniesta-like ability to find space and pick teammates with precise passes. He's the best young centre midfielder in the world, says Sudo. And again, yet again, and I have to take responsibility for this as well, Lewandowski has hardly been mentioned. There he is next to me, number 9. We've hardly mentioned Lewandowski, have we? And Lewandowski, for me, is the best finisher in the game. I've played the game. And Haaland's very good, and Benzema's world class. But for me, Lewandowski is the best finisher in the world. That is not... It's not been spoken about. I've heard a lot of people talk about Pedri. I've heard a lot of people talk about De Jong. I've heard a lot of people talk about their defence. But I haven't heard a lot be discussed about Lewandowski. And I think he could have a hold my beer moment tonight, because he is not finished. He is not on the decline. He is still a brilliant, brilliant player. And that's something to remember. We have got a few injuries. We have a few suspensions. We are also a big work in progress. But we're up against a team that was pulling more levers than a fairground last night. And a pinball machine, last summer. And I think some people thought that Barcelona might win the Champions League, because they were in the Champions League. They finished 3rd in their group. So I think it just took time for Barcelona to adjust. They've now adjusted, and the money and players they brought in last summer, they're building a team to win the Champions League, and they have got a very, very good team. United, I mean, they are missing Ousmane Dembele and Busquets, so they've got injuries of their own. Brandon says, hi Mark, United fans be positive. United are a changed side this season. We're in good form and have a good manager. I'm confident, says Brandon. You've seen the Qatar leader tweet saying Man United is Qatari. Massive statement of intent. That's not what he said, Sean. It's not what's been said. What he actually said is that they wanted Liverpool. Liverpool wouldn't give them outright control. So now it's a simple process to buy Manchester United. It doesn't say they're going to take that simple process. But, I think they will. Mark, do you think we can do a job on Lewandowski like we did at Old Trafford, says Brandon? Look, I think Luke Shaw and Varane have been very, very good together this season, and I hope that they can. I hope they can do that. How is Arahu playing if he only just got off the plane from LA, says Bradwin? This is a real test for Erik Ten Hag. A Barca side are not who they used to be, and this is very competitively close game, says Tal. And are they playing Marcus Alonso at centre-back? We should go at him, says Munib. Well, they normally play Baldi and Christensen, but they've gone for Alba and Alonso. Like somebody said earlier, they seem to have gone for a little bit more experience tonight. I don't know why that is. But at the end of the day, it's it's going to be very, very interesting. Just on the sale, by the way, we've not been bought by Qatar. The deadline tomorrow is to put your bids in. And, if Qatar are just going to beat any bid, then the Glazers are going to get very, very rich. But if somebody puts in a bigger bid than than Qatar, they won't get it. So, obviously, they want to get it. And it sounds like they really do want to get it. But it doesn't mean they will get it. And there are other people who are going to bid. So I've been saying all week it looks highly likely that it will end up with Qatar owning Manchester United, but there could be somebody involved tomorrow that we just don't know about. We've got some comments coming in from Erik Ten Hag. He's saying that it's great to be here. There is a line of Dutch players and managers here with Barcelona, but I'm here for Manchester United. We want to win and win in a Manchester United way. The experience that Casemiro brings to the squad with Varane is huge, and David De Gea, so everyone can learn from it. But also I think you feel more secure when you have them on your side, which is what we were talking about. And on Luke Shaw playing at centre-back, he's done it previously against Man City, and in certain role he fits very good there. It also allows the fullback to go high, and he can defend very good in the left wide area, and he can cover. That's also the plan for tonight. I think this is, again, something tactically that we've spent a lot of time talking about since it happened. But the fact that Victor Lindelof and Harry Maguire are, sat on the bench tonight getting splinters when Martinez is out has to play on their minds. Luke Shaw is a left back and he's benching you two in the biggest game of our season, and Martinez is suspended. If you are a centre back and you are Victor Lindelof or Harry Maguire, you are going to be sat there going, I might need to be looking for a new club in the summer because he's just put a left back at centre back instead of me. And remember, Harry Maguire has been our left-sided centre back for the last 3 years. So it's not that you can't even use the excuse of, and Lindelof's played as the left-sided centre-back a lot as well. So neither of them can sit there and go, oh, it's because I'm a right-sided centre-back. I mean, Harry Maguire's spent most of his last 3 years for England and Man United as the left-sided centre-back. So it's a big call, but it's already happened. It's not a surprise. It's happened in previous games in January. And it's the right call. The reason he picks Luke Shaw at left centre-back over Lindelof and Maguire is Luke Shaw is very close to Martinez in the fact that he's left-footed, he's mobile, he's got a good passing range on him, all the things that Martinez has got. So what Ten Hag does is he puts a player into Martinez's position who is like Martinez. And therefore, the whole back line doesn't have to change its philosophy on how high we want to play and the football we want to play. Whereas if you put Lindelof or Maguire there, you've got a right-footed centre-back for a start who's not as mobile. And it changes the way you play. It makes you have to play deeper. If he plays Luke Shaw instead of Martinez, we can still play the higher line if the opportunity is there. We can still go and send the fullbacks forward. So, yeah, look, I've said this a lot. We do need a striker. We do need a midfielder. But we also need another centre-back because when you're benching Lindelof and Maguire and Martinez is suspended, it shows you that we now play a different brand of football. Joshua says, I'm sorry if you've already answered. My favourite all-time and current United player is Gary Neville and Casemiro. Who is yours? Joshua, your favourite all-time player is Gary Neville. Someone get that clip to Gary. Sure, he's got to give him a free meal at Hotel Football or something like that. Gary will love that. I've never, ever heard a United player say that their all-time legend Man United player is Gary Neville. I've never heard it. Never. And I like it because, you know what? Whatever you think about Gary as a pundit or whatever like that, as a player, he was very good. In fact, there's no better English right-back in the last 30 years than Gary Neville. He does get underappreciated. He was very, very reliable for England and Manchester United. And, he doesn't get the respect he deserves. But even with that, not many people would pick him as their all-time Man United player. My all-time Man United player is Roy Keane, and my favourite player in the team at the moment is Casemiro. Yeah, I would say that it has to be. I like Rashford, I like Bruno, I like Luke Shaw, I like Varane, I like De Gea. Everybody likes everybody at the moment, but like your favourite players. But I just think Casemiro embodies what this team's all about. It's the leadership, it's the class, it's the quality, it's the confidence. Just a fantastic player. Rumour has it Mbappe will transfer from PSG to Man United under Qatari ownership if he gets 500k a week, the number 7 shirt, and a lifetime supply of Crunchy Nut cornflakes, says Jackie Boy. Crunchy Nut cornflakes and a yellow tie and an Audi. Next 10 days are the most vital of the past 10 years, says Iron Duke. Yes. I mean, Leicester will be very hard. Leicester's going to be a very hard game on Sunday, by the way. They're going to be, after a week off and 2 wins, Leicester on Sunday is going to be really tough. And then we've got the second leg against Barcelona, and then we've got the Carabao Cup final against Newcastle. So it is going to be really hard. And my big concern there is, and we've already had the warning, talk about playing Spanish sides. We went to Sociedad, tried to win to top the group, drew, and then we went to Villa on the Sunday and were knackered, and they beat us, and we had nothing left in the tank. I hope that's not going to happen in either the Carabao Cup final or Leicester at the weekend. It's going to be a really, really challenging time, isn't it? Do you own a yellow tie? Says Joshua. I do own a yellow tie. Please do subscribe to the channel, by the way. Bottom right hand corner. Get involved with the United Stand. We're live every night at 8 o'clock, every morning at 10 o'clock. Get involved. Subscribe. Bottom right hand corner. Don't forget, we're sponsored by Boohoo Man. Get 10% off with the code Goldbridge. Links in the description as well. Just very quickly on Mbappe, I read something today. I read a lot of things every day, but I read something today that might get you excited. It's new porn. It's actually football related. So what it basically said is that PSG, as an operation for Qatar, is on the chopping block potentially. Apparently, it costs them over, I think it's 200 million, but it costs them over 150 million pounds a year. They're losing money with PSG every year. The problem with it is as well, there isn't any potential to make that money back because the French league will never be even the Bundesliga, let alone the Premier League. And the article was basically saying if Qatar gets hold of Manchester United, and yes, look, let's call it what it is. You know, all this, it's not the same owners as the people who own PSG. Yeah. Go and do a little bit of research on Qatar because, you know, there ain't no way somebody's buying Man United separate to the people who own PSG. That country and who's in charge of it, you know, they will have a say. It will be set up separately, but this ain't the UK or the United States of America. Qatar ain't that big. And the wealth is very centralised. Al Thani, who's the emir, pretty much will have a say in everything. So there will be two separate entities, but ultimately what happens with PSG will impact Manchester United, of course. That's probably why we could get Mbappe, because there will be that sort of nod, wink, wink, you know. Those things could happen. But I think the most likely thing to happen is that actually they'll just retract from PSG. They'll stop spending the money on PSG and spend it on Man United, because where do you go with PSG? It's not worked. The last 10 years for PSG hasn't worked. They've not won a Champions League. They've spent loads of money. They don't make that money back. It's not worked. So I think that what will probably happen is that if you're PSG, if Qatar get hold of Man United, it's probably very bad news for PSG because United are in the best league in the world. They're a bigger brand. They've got a bigger fan base. You can build a new stadium. I mean, Man United's the perfect club to buy if you're a multi-billionaire and you want to just rebuild something. It's a massive opportunity. I'm not saying they'll sell PSG, but I think PSG will become the little brother to Manchester United if they get hold of us, because I think Man United will become the focus. Sonny, welcome to Numbers. It's like having a shiny new toy, isn't it? But a toy you couldn't afford before. And if PSG want to be a feeder club to Man United, that might not be a bad thing. Can loan some players out there. But you'd have to be careful. Nick says, what about Barcelona paying the refs? I saw a little bit about it this morning, Nick. I don't know how serious that story is, but I saw a little bit about it. Why would anyone want Mbappe, says Mr. Armstrong? He's another ego like Ronaldo that Eric Ten Hag would have to deal with. Please sign him, says Mr. Armstrong. Please don't sign him. And what do you think about the rumours of Rashford to Arsenal, says Anonymous A? Big load of nonsense. Big load of nonsense. There's just no way that Marcus Rashford is leaving Manchester United anyway, and there's absolutely no chance he's going to go to Arsenal. Look, Marcus Rashford's agent is his brother, isn't it? He did go and speak to PSG last April. You know, at that point, maybe they were looking at getting out, but that was a different manager, a different team. Since Ten Hag's come in, he's worked really hard. He's playing really, really well. The best place for Marcus Rashford is Manchester United. The brand, his brand, the exposure. There's no better place for Marcus Rashford to be, other than probably Barcelona or Real Madrid. There's no club that he can be at better than Man United. There's no club in England. You know, if he went to play for Man City, he might win titles, but they don't have the brand exposure or the fan base, or, you know, and the modern footballer needs all of that. So I think that there's only two clubs that Rashford could go to, and it won't be PSG anymore. Not if we're going to be owned by similar to people to them. And he wouldn't go to Arsenal. I don't want Mbappe. He comes across like a spoilt brat, says Mikel. Meant to say before, we got 21 titles, says Michael Fetty. And huge game, Mark. Aaron Wan-Bissaka will have to deal with Javi playing as a fourth midfielder instead of a winger. Delo could have been a better shout, says Michael. And I want to talk about that, actually. I really do want to talk about that. my preview, if you watched it, I got the 11 for Man United spot on, that 11. Very hard to do that with Ten Hag. It really, really, really is. But I did put Wan-Bissaka at right back because I thought he would go with Wan-Bissaka. It's interesting, isn't it? I've seen a lot of you. Would you take Adeyemi at United? I do like Adeyemi, Jad. Yeah, I've seen a lot of you saying, talking about Wan-Bissaka should start over Delo. I believe that Delo is the better right back, but right now, I thought he would go with Wan-Bissaka. And the reason I thought he would go with Wan-Bissaka is because on form and fitness, Wan-Bissaka has been more consistent. Delo's had 2 injuries since the World Cup, and he does look a little bit rusty. So I think it's the right choice. Cal says, I don't want United to turn into an oil club. We prided ourselves on being that, on not being that. I understand that football has changed, but the pride will be gone. Mate, I would park that for tonight. Look at that team. The graphic looks lovely. That's what we're playing tonight in the new camp. I wouldn't get stressed about whether you want us to be owned by oil or you want us to be owned by Sir Jim. I wouldn't stress about it. Just enjoy the thing that matters tonight, the football. What happens in the future, we're probably powerless to do anything about. There will be people who want it. There will be people who don't want it. The future's look, as I always say, the past is already gone. The future never happens. We only live in the now. And the now is this game. I'm looking at the stadium here. The new camp, I've never been to an actual match, but I have been to the tour. The new camp, you're up in the gods. Top right-hand corner there, where they've got the shield in front of it. It's bloody miles up. Absolutely miles up. Great experience, but the away fan base, you're miles off the ground. And they do it on purpose. If you think about it, as a player, if you score a goal, there's nowhere to run. You can't run to the away section because they're right up in the top right-hand corner. Mark, if you had to either file for divorce or Man United could win the next 5 Premier Leagues Champions titles, what would you do? I wouldn't, Michael T. I wouldn't. I love football, but I'm not getting divorced. Honestly, I would love to see Garnacho tonight, the most exciting player in the team. He'll come on, Adrio. There's no way Weghorst is playing 90 minutes. Hi Mark, having a rough time in 2023. United and the United stand pulling me through some dark times, personally and professionally. Thanks for all you do. Stay strong, Riker, and I'm glad that this interactive live community is something that you feel you're part of, because you are. And I'm glad that that's a positive, and try and stay positive. Which Barcelona player do you think Man United should keep an eye on today? Says Zappi. There's loads. I think Arahu at the defence is very, very difficult to get past. Frenkie de Jong in the midfield is a key player for them with Pedri. And then in the front three, you've got Lewandowski and, as many people have said, Xavi. So they've got numerous players that could be the star for them tonight. Please shout out 7-day-old Kane and my husband Jacob. Kane's first United watch-along. We want a United win for him. Congratulations to Katie and Jacob, and welcome to the world, Kane. Let's hope your first game is a win against Barcelona. We want to talk back about. Wish everyone a lovely night ahead of the game. Let's get a result, says Sonny. And Anthony G, welcome to the Members Club. And Kaney as well, thank you very much. Welcome to the Members Club. I don't want Mbappe. He's a player with a lot of power in Paris. Isn't that what we are trying to stop in Man United? Let Eric Ten Hag pick the player he wants, says Mr. Louise. Well, I'm not afraid to say this, Mr. Louis. I'm not afraid to say this. I 100% would say, if you want guitar ownership of Manchester United, take a look at the last 10 years of PSG, and you will not want that. So if they do get hold of United, I hope they've learned every bloody mistake they've made at PSG, because I do not want that. Player power, manipulation from people in power, the manager not picking the players, the manager not picking the players he wants to buy. I don't want that. It's a circus, PSG. The power should be with the manager. He should be picking who you buy. He should be saying, no, we're not buying him. There is lessons to be learned from that guitar ownership of PSG. You know, we can all say, oh yeah, we've got loads of money. But if they came into the club, gave the power to the players, bought the players they wanted and not what the manager wanted, that money would be a waste of time. Especially in the Premier League, you'd get exposed. Mark, I'm sitting in Spain with my Spanish girlfriend who hates Barcelona. Say hello to Vanessa. Come on, United, says David. Hello, Vanessa and David. We can get a result here, says Simran. We're only 7 minutes away from the start of this game. Good game, good game. Everyone excited for this match proves that we're a massive club, says Desert. Wrong tournament, but it proves a lot of what you say. We are massive. Lucas and JC, welcome to the members club. Remember the player ratings tonight. There will be a public player ratings, but the last couple have been a bit dodgy. So the player ratings system I'm going to use, if you're a member on the community tab on the homepage, I will be dropping you a link to do your votes. So don't do it on the public ratings, do it on the members link because we'll probably use that tonight if the public one gets sabotaged. So we will look. We have got the public one, which I'll put out as normal, but I might not use that for the one I use on my match reaction. We're gonna have a separate one for the members. So if you are a member, get ready for that in the community tab. Rev, thanks very much for joining the membership club. Hi Mark, I've been watching you for years now and it's magnificent how much you have grown this channel. Says Josh, thanks for your support Josh. Welcome to the members club, James Clough. Appreciate that. Few people have been asking, they've seen that Adam's out in Barcelona. Adam's off the channel, of course. Charlie's actually out there as well with him. They aren't sat in the away section. They're very fortunate that they are in the press box, which is a much better place to be. But yes, massive game, massive ground. I'm just so excited. You know, I almost feel goosebumps, and that's a rarity as a United fan over the last few years. We're not going to win anything from this, are we? But I'm massively looking forward to it, and can't wait. Curtis, welcome to the members club. Mark, I'm going for a 0-70 win, says Tyrone, and welcome Mick J. Right, we're getting really close here. Really close. Give us your score predictions. I've gone with a 2-2 for United tonight. There are other games going on. I couldn't give a shit. Salzburg against Roma, Shakhtar against Rennes, Ajax against Union Berlin, Braga against Fiorentina. I mean, this game is just so big. So big. Doesn't belong in a Europa League qualifier, but it is. We're good to go. Please do subscribe to the channel, by the way. Bottom right-hand corner. I'm expecting... I think the stats carousel is going to be very interesting. I'm expecting on the stats to see Barcelona with maybe as much as 70% possession. I don't think that's necessarily a bad thing, because it won't be like that next week. JJ, welcome to the members club. Yeah, please subscribe, bottom right-hand corner. Get involved with the United stand. Lots and lots to go. Brilliant. That's superb, Jamie. Brilliant. Where are we? Okay, 4 minutes to go. 4 minutes. If we win today, I'll donate 20 memberships so more of us can take part, says Raza. Thanks, Raza. Beers are ready, says Time's End. You know what? I never even thought about having a beer tonight. I'll have one afterwards if we do it. I don't need to drink in a game like this. I want to absorb the atmosphere. I want to absorb it. Look how high the away fans are. Look at them. So high. We're only 50 subscribers away from 584,000, by the way. I'm just going to change the number on that because that's completely wrong. But please do subscribe. Bottom right-hand corner. Free to do it. Get involved with the United Stand. We're live every night at 8 o'clock, every morning at 10 o'clock. And I'm sure in the next 24 hours, we're going to get some significant updates on who Manchester United's new owner could be. Not will be. I disagree with will be. Everybody's got a right to put a bid in, and they will do. Obviously, I think that Qatar are favourites, but there are 2 or 3 other bidders that we don't even know who they are. So exciting 24 hours coming up in that sense. But tonight, in the next 3 minutes, we're about to kick off between Manchester United and Barcelona. So make sure you subscribe, bottom right-hand corner. Don't forget, we're sponsored by Boohoo Man. 10% off with the code Goldbridge. Get some fantastic, reasonably priced casual wear and active wear. Boohoo Man. Use the code Goldbridge. Scan the QR code as it goes round, and the link's in the description. Brandon says, I don't think Barcelona realise how overwhelming the atmosphere at Old Trafford will be next week. It will be rocking, Brandon, and that is why we need to try and create a scenario tonight that we can take back there. If they beat us 3 or 4-0, the atmosphere won't matter. We'll have a go, but it won't matter. We need to go and get a result tonight. Sig, hi Mark, have you ever thought of doing watch-alongs of retro games with match ratings to show Pratt fans that even the legends had average games? Says Sig. We used to do them. They don't do particularly well. We did the last time we did them was in COVID, funnily enough. Can't wait to see you in the US. I think we will get a result tonight. Watching from North Carolina, says Edgar. And Manny Green, welcome to the Members Club. North Carolina. Okay, let's get ready to rumble, people. Breathe it in. I don't even feel nervous. I'm not even breathing in the pressure. I'm just looking forward to it. Let's bring it on. Let's bring it on. Is anyone nervous in the chat? Oh, I'm not. There he is, Lewandowski. He's the one I'm worried about. I don't think he's been spoken about enough. I don't think people have spoken about Lewandowski enough, to be honest. He's the one that worries me the most because he's so prolific, isn't he? But we'll see. We'll see. Oh, though no one understood, we were holding back the flood. Will you come to New York watching from here? Says Sebastian. If we're on tour in New York, I will come to New York. Welcome to the Members Club, Manny and JJ and Kiwi as well. And we've also had a super chat from Mr. Louis. No, he doesn't want Mbappe. I think we'd read that one already. Alex is feeling nervous. Sue says she doesn't really care about this match. Obviously don't really care about football. What's wrong with you? Bloody hell. Have you just stumbled on a football live chat by accident? Did you witness Barcelona versus PSG as it happened? Final 9 minutes, unbelievable, says Harry. I did. If you're of a certain age and people say what's your favourite match as a Man United fan, it's the easiest answer in the world. I was at a house party in Dublin with about 30 people watching it, and yeah, it was fantastic. I'd love to have been there, but you know, it wasn't easy to be there. Malacia needs to have a good game against Rafinha, says Iram. I mean, look, I like Rafinha. I mean, look at that ground. Look at it. It's like looking at a Big Mac when you're starving. It's beautiful. It's amazing. It's an amazing ground. It's an amazing atmosphere. One of my favourite games at the new camp was not obviously the best one, and it's not changed much since '99. The new camp hasn't changed much since '99 at all, has it? I mean, have they done anything to it since '99? I don't know. But one of my favourite games between Barcelona and Manchester United was the season of 98-99, where we drew with them at the new camp. I think it was either 2-2 or 3-3. Cole and York, probably their best ever game. The link-up play they had was magnificent. We played that season in Europe was so good. In our group, we had Barcelona, and I think we had Bayern Munich as well. But yeah, it was really, really good. Also remember Lee Sharp scoring a backward flick, I think at Old Trafford in the early 90s against Barcelona. Fantastic times. Barella over De Jong and Bellingham says that, look, there's so much to keep your eye on tonight in relation to the players, De Jong, Lewandowski, Pedri. That's from Barcelona's point of view. I mean, look. No, there's a few things we've not mentioned. What about Jadon Sancho? You know, misses 3 months of the season with issues, and here he is back. Only 3 weeks back in training with the first team, and he's playing in the new camp. Magnificent. It looks like he's playing on the left wing as well, Sancho here, because Rashford's on the right and Weghorst is on the left. But we're up and running there. Time is up and running. Hi Mark, do you think Weghorst could have a good game tonight against the questionable Barcelona defence? Are you mad, Daniel? Their defence is not questionable at all. They've got a brilliant defence. They've only conceded 7 goals all season. But it looks like we're using Weghorst as a number 10 straight away. Weghorst is playing at 10. Observation bridge. with Rashi as the 9. Straight away, that, and maybe we should have thought that was going to happen because it's how we finished up against Leeds. But Weghorst as the 10, Bruno off the right. I mean, I thought it worked really well against Leeds. If this works against Barcelona, I'll be absolutely, what's the word, in awe of Erik ten Hag. I would never have put Bruno Fernandes on the right wing at the Nou Camp. I would have had him in the middle as the captain. But Weghorst as the number 10 at the Nou Camp worked brilliantly against Leeds. It's another thing doing it at Barcelona. Here's Rafinha on the break, and Weghorst is there to clear it. Do you remember the Cup Winners' Cup against Barca? Says Sean. I do. What a goal that was by Mark Hughes as well from that angle. It's never too early for a beer, Lee. And welcome to the Members Club 254. And hopefully we can get a win, and the boys will be riding that high back to the Premier League, says Sebastian. And why isn't Maguire starting? He's been playing so well, says Ajit. There's always a troll. There's always a troll. United with a bit of possession here, though. Bruno, lovely ball into Fred. Nice ball out to Weghorst. Crap. Come on, mate. You've got loads of time there, and he just smashes it into the first man. It was good build-up play up until that point. Rashford down the middle, I'm not opposed to. Mark, will you do a disc golf watch-along with me? We're trying to grow the sport, and your commentary would be gold. Come on, United, says Emma Watson, says Nelson. Thank you very much. What is disc golf? Bobby says, I'd rather play Clayton Blackmore now at centre-back than Maguire. I'm quite happy with this first couple of minutes. I mean, it's not a first couple of minutes of Barcelona dominating, is it? Casemiro winning a tackle there. I think, there we go. This is something I said this morning, isn't it? The silly little free kicks that they will take. It's the Barcelona way. They will take these little free kicks, win the free kicks, and we've just got to be disciplined. We don't want to be picking up yellow cards, red cards, things like that. Good pressing here from United. Stegen has to clear it. Go on, Luke. That's it. Lovely play. This is the first game Lewandowski has played against us amazingly, which just makes me think how bad we've been over recent years, says Nick. Is this genuinely the first game we've played against Lewandowski? Hopefully we can get a win and the boys can ride that high back to the Premier League against Leicester. I've done that one. Away goals are not a thing, no. It is the first game that Lewandowski's played against United, and that is an indicator of how crap we've been over the last 10 years. So Lewandowski's playing at 10, Bruno's playing on the right wing, Sancho's playing on the left wing, and Rashford's playing down the middle. Casemiro just misses a tackle there. So Arahu is playing on the right wing. That's probably caught Xavi out a little bit. Because I think their plan was to put Arahu at right back up against Rashford. He's a very, very good player, Arahu. Very, very good. Arguably one of the best centre-backs in Europe at the moment. But as I say, I'm happy with this first 5 minutes. It's not like it's wave after Barcelona tempo and attack. You know, we've sort of, there's a good tempo to the game. Koundé wins the header there, but Fred wins the second ball. Weghorst, that's it. Keep it simple. Sancho. Here we go. This is what I like about United. Nice bit of possession play. Weghorst's first touch is terrible. Again. Mark, should I pay $25 and a month to watch Champions League, says Cody. It's up to you, mate. I'm sure people will tell you there's other ways. Here's Sancho. Good tackle by Rafinha. And look how high high up the pitch Varane is there. Rafael Varane's basically a left back, left wing. Rashford's playing as the number 9, so he might be in a bit of a graveyard shift tonight. But look how high up the pitch Rafael Varane is there. We're not here to sit back, which is what I like. It's the same thing we did at Arsenal at the Emirates, where a lot of people thought we'd have to play on the counter-attack, and we didn't. Good cross, Bruno! Oh! Good blocks by Barca there. Very good defence. You'd expect that, but some good progression there from United. Here's Sancho. Rafinha tackles him again. But the ball's in the Barca area and a half at the moment. This is good. And like Corey says, Varane and Casemiro, they got the experience here. Yeah, good play from Rashford. Put a cross in. And Bruno did get the shot off, but it was a good block by Jordi Alba. And again by Alba from Malacia. United having some good possession at the moment. Here's Casemiro. Pick up the second ball. That's it, Wan-Bissaka. De Gea looks fantastic today. Love the guy, says Juan. United having a lot of possession here at the moment. I'm liking it. We're not letting them get on the ball. And, you know, this is a really clever way of playing. Here's Luke Shaw. Look how high our centre-backs are as well. Very impressive start to this game. Here's Sancho. Cross is good. Oh, lay it off. Lay it off, Bruno. Oh, what are you doing? Oh, there was an offside anyway. Love the way we're playing, says Avery. Very impressive start from Manchester United here. If we go to, I mean, we've not quite had 10 minutes yet, but if we go to the stats carousel, I mean, it might not get any better than this, but let me just show you this. Okay, so it's on your screen already. So look at the stats there. 59% possession for United at the Nou Camp in the first 10 minutes. Very, very good. But here's Lewandowski. Good save, De Gea. You see, that's quality. That's what they've got. Lewandowski there. Luke Shaw couldn't commit to the tackle, and it gave him a bit of space just to run it and take a shot. But standard save for someone like De Gea, but that's the danger they've got with Lewandowski. Not a lot you can do there. He's a world-class striker. The ball into him was good in his first touch. Luke Shaw really couldn't jump in and make the tackle, and that gave him a bit of space. But here's De Jong now. Imagine De Jong and Casemiro in a Man United midfield. Who's the better team on paper? Says Johnson. I think on paper Barcelona are the better team. I mean, look at United's team. With all due respect, Weghorst, Fred, Malacia, Wan-Bissaka. Good tackle, Varane. What a tackle by Varane. Casemiro, sorry. Don't forget, our stats carousel is sponsored by OneFootball. You can download it by hitting the QR code in the top right-hand corner or going to the link in the description. It's free to download, available on Apple, Android, and all our other platforms for free. Get all your latest breaking football news. I like the individual stats they put up for players as well, so it'll individualise the player stats. Oh, here we go. Here is Barcelona again, and it's Varane in again, and a wild shot there. Look, they're going to have chances. They're going to have chances, and they're going to be in and around our box. But I'm really happy with this start by Man United. We do not look inferior. We do not look like the underdog. We look like we're in this game, and there's a long way to go. But you certainly get the sense that there was a possibility that Barcelona just come and run riot against us, and it's 3 or 4-0. Nice ball by De Gea. Good layoff by Weghorst. I'm liking the confidence to play out from the back, because that's how you have possession high up the pitch. Unfortunately, Wan-Bissaka's lost the ball. You can already see Casemiro and Fred and Shaw and Varane imposing themselves on the game, not wanting to give up the midfield, not wanting to give much away at the back. There's a Wan-Bissaka's been pulled in. What are you doing, Wan-Bissaka? You can't do that. It's got to be a lot tighter than that there. Good defending by Luke Shaw. Well done, Wan-Bissaka. Let's get rid of it. Let's get rid of it. We're messing around on the edge of the box. He's given a free kick on the... Fucking Freds. Right on the edge of the box, just giving a free kick up here. There's opportunities to clear this ball. You've got to get rid of it. Got to get rid of that. Fred pulled his bloody knee on the edge of the box. It's a dangerous free kick position, this. You don't want to be conceding in the first 20 minutes. Dangerous position, this. Right on the edge of the box. Very central. They don't have Messi anymore. But I don't think Fred needed to take that foul there. I think we had enough people around. I don't know who's going to take this. I mean, Alonso of Chelsea, he can hit a free kick. Well, he don't play for Chelsea now. Plays for Barcelona now. It's a bit suspended, Summel, so he can't play. But good opportunity for Barcelona here. And Man United have started off very well, but you've got to ride these storms that they're going to have. They will have opportunities. Someone's saying it should have been a penalty. Oh, jog on. Jog on, Darren from Stoke. I bet you've got your full kit on, haven't you? Barcelona. Never a bloody penalty. What are you talking about? Over the bar. Good. Marcus Alonso. Lovely stuff. Got an itchy nose bridge. I think I've got a hair up there. I've got plenty up there. Smoked says it wasn't a penalty, but not far away from one. It was never a penalty. I don't know what you're talking about. Absolute nonsense. I don't even know what you're talking about. Varane and Lewandowski. Lewandowski didn't even appeal for a penalty because you know why? Because he's played the game and he knows it's not a penalty. Never a penalty. Fred needs to be very careful in this game. If he gets a yellow card, it's a problem. "13 minutes gone. Intriguing battle here between Manchester United and Barcelona on this Thursday. It was 6 o'clock on a Thursday. You wouldn't expect to be watching Man United against Barcelona, would you? I suppose it's a sign of the times. It's a sign of the times." Yes, Jadon Sancho is playing off the left. Marcus Rashford is playing at number 9. And Weghorst is playing in the midfield with Bruno on the right. Working all right at the moment. I'll tell you what, though. Bruno is losing Jordi Alba a lot. They're getting a spare man on that left-hand side a lot because Wan-Bissaka's getting pulled in because Xavi obviously doesn't play off the left. He wanders about. And then Jordi Alba is pushing on. That's probably a one area at the moment where we're getting exploited because... we're finding it difficult to deal with the Jordi Alba Xavi movement. Well done, Wan-Bissaka. Come on. Referee's not giving us anything here. He's a home banker, this referee. He's given Barcelona loads of fouls. He's not giving us anything. There could have been 2 there. Yeah, back post is looking a bit dangerous on the Wan-Bissaka side. Wan-Bissaka's getting double timed here. Look, Bruno's going to have to put a shift in. He's going to have to start tracking Alba. I don't know why. If Bruno's not tracking Alba, what's he doing? Like, you're playing off the right-hand side. You've got to go with him. Can't get hold of possession at the moment, says Brain Rot. We had a good bit of possession in the first 7 minutes. Barcelona are going to have some possession. I'm not bothered about that. You know, I think we're defending well. We're looking quite good at the moment. Furman says, I told you Wan-Bissaka would get overrun. It's the only weakness we've got in the system at the moment is the way that Alba and Gabby are working together. He's tucking in, which pulls Wan-Bissaka over, and then Alba's exploiting the space. Come on. Oh, Fred's crap pass. Barcelona are settling down now, says Brandon. Do you think there's a clear first choice at right back at the moment? Dalot or Wan-Bissaka, both have different flaws. I think Aram, at the moment, Wan-Bissaka is the right choice. He's played more games, he's fitter, he's more consistent. I think once Dalot is back up to speed, I'd probably still go with Dalot, but I think he's made the right choice tonight. Good play by Weghorst on Lewandowski there, and we've won it back in our own half. And here's Wan-Bissaka. Wins a throw-in. Rashford's invisible, says Lucy. He's in the graveyard shift, Lucy. That's the problem. We've seen this time and time again. Go on. Malacia. He's made it. He's got there ahead of De Jong. He's in the box. Barcelona have got a lot of players back. Don't concede many goals, Barcelona. Oh, terrible pass. Terrible pass, Malacia. And he's given a foul to Barcelona. Ref's a bit rubbish. And we knew this would be the case, but he is a bit rubbish. How a player can earn what Fred earns, yet passes like that. If I did my job as bad as he did, I'd be in prison, says James. I'm not that bothered about the referee. I predicted this would happen at the new camp. He's giving them more than he's given us. Tom, welcome to the Members Club. Here we go again down the left-hand side. This is where Barcelona are getting a lot of joy at the moment. But that's a bad pass. Now Fred, where's he going to go? Terrible pass by Fred again. He's got to sort his passing out here, Fred. He's put us into loads of problems here. Well done, Luke Shaw. Fred needs to sort his bloody passing out. That's about 3 times in a row. Simple passes as well. Tonight is not the night for Fred to have a shit game. We know he's capable of it. We know he's very inconsistent. We need a good Fred game tonight. We've got nothing. We've got nowhere else to go. Stories of Barca paying refs seem to be true, says Joshua. Barcelona at the new camp was always going to have lots of possession, says Alec. Oh yeah, 100%, 100%. I'll tell you what, I think De Gea is hitting Weghorst, but he's just not very good in the air, is he? I mean, did Weghorst just lose a header to Jordi Alba? I swear Fred's footballing IQ is somewhere below room temperature in Fahrenheit, says Spencer. McTominay's better than Fred, says Lane. I wouldn't go that far. What is with Fred doing with these useless flicks? Pass it, says D. Just needs to settle himself and just play the simple pass. $20 gone though. I'd like to activate a lever to remove Fred from the pitch, says Darren. No. We need Fred tonight. There's no one on the bench who can play. What we need from Fred is just to settle down and have a reasonable game. He can't have a bad game. That's a silly flick by Bruno there. Just play the simple pass. Stop the flicks. We've not had any good possession for 10 minutes. Stop flicking it and play the simple pass. We were doing really well in the first 5 minutes by just keeping things simple. Just get rid of the flicks. Oh, here we go. We've got a corner. A corner for nothing. Ter Stegen makes a mistake from a back pass, and it's a freebie for United here. A corner. Koundé goes back to Ter Stegen. Easy, but he's out of position and he can't keep it in. Corner for Manchester United, and Luke Shaw's going to take it. This was the corner. This is where Solskjaer scored from. You should recognise it. You could see it, couldn't you? I'm looking at that corner go in there, and I'm like, Sheringham, Solskjaer has won it. The camera angle looks the same. Time. That's it. Take your time. That's it. Good play. Oh, come on, ref. That's a bloody foul. He's just body checked Wan-Bissaka. This ref's crap. Absolute crap. I feel a bit bad for Rashford. I mean, he's one of our best players at the moment, but he's up in a graveyard shift. There's nothing going on for him. You remember when we moved Valencia up to right midfield and he gave Rooney a lot of service? I wonder if Delo could do that to give Rashi service as Justin Monday. Yeah, I mean, for Rashford, it's been 23 minutes of nothing at the moment. Can't get him into the game. Here's Barca on the attack. Hold on, Wan-Bissaka. Come on, give him a pass. Oh, come on. They're starting to just get a little bit of grip on the possession here, Barcelona. We really need to pass better. Because the game starts to slip away from you when they've got possession. 25 minutes gone. Again, look, who's gone? Oh, this is so predictable. What are we doing with the left-hand side? Corner. You can't... Wan-Bissaka and Bruno need to have a bloody word with each other. They cannot leave. There's 2 players there, and there's 2 players to mark. There cannot be a situation where Jordi Alba is unmarked all the bloody time. Somebody's got to track him. Wan-Bissaka and Bruno at the moment, they're playing like they've never met. They've got to figure that one out. You can't leave players of that quality all the time. It's been 20 minutes of this now. Figure it out. Corner to Barca. Up you go, David. Good punch. Second ball. That's it. Get it out. That's our throw. He says, would you put Bruno back to number 10? I think Bruno prefers being number 10. I think we all trust Eric Ten Hag, don't we? But it just feels like Bruno at 10 and Bruno on the right wing to put... here we go. What a mistake this is. Good tackle by Varane. Brilliant recovery tackle by Varane. We're just starting to lose the midfield a little bit here. I think Wout Weghorst at number 10 to put Bruno on the right wing is a concern at the moment. Because Weghorst just isn't holding the ball up. I believe that yellow has just suspended Gavi from the second leg, if I'm not wrong, says Conce. Did he get booked? I didn't see him get booked. The old United allergic to winning the second ball, says James. Been Gavi and Pedri show so far. So elegant, says Pseudo. Oh, he could have took a yellow card for him there. Oh, yeah. Oh, just wide, just wide. Corner to Manchester United. Sancho. Keeper was diving. Good cross by Wan-Bissaka. But it just goes wide. I mean, I tell you what, Wan-Bissaka could have gone down there and got Gabi booked. Oh, Sancho's shot wasn't very good. It was going nowhere near in. The deflection actually made it go closer off Frenkie de Jong. Corner to United. Everybody's up. Solskjaer and Sheringham in the middle. Beckham to deliver. Can they score? They always score. In comes the cross. Oh, and Varane got up just wide. Comes back to Sancho. Casemiro. Varane on the back post. Oh, good win. I mean, Varane's having a great game. He's put it into the area there, but Weghorst is just weak in the physical battles, isn't he? I can't believe how big he is and how weak he is in the 50-50s. Oh, here we go. Luke Shaw's done well there. Probably got away with a foul, which is interesting. Weghorst! Oh, he's got to score that! You've got to score that, Weghorst! He's got to score that. What a ball by Bruno. He's through one-on-one, and he's got to score. He's got to score that. Biscuit, best chance of the game. He's oh, what a ball by Bruno. He's been put through one-on-one, and he's bloody missed it. And to be honest, he never looked like he was going to take that, did he? Rashford puts that in. It's not unlucky. He's got to score that. I'm sorry. One-on-one in the new camp. You have to score those chances, I'm afraid. Just never looked composed. But it's been a good couple of minutes for Manchester United. This game's ebbing and flowing nicely, and we've certainly had the best chance of the half so far. You can't argue about that. Here we go. Bruno. I mean, he might have been a touch offside anyway on VAR, but yeah, he's got to score that. Has to score that. Might have been a touch offside. It's been a good game, says Faith. Yes, I'm very, very pleased with the way... Look at the size of that stadium. Look at it. That's got... Oh, it's just massive. Absolutely massive. Next time Ricky says Weghorst would score the chances Rashford scored, show him that clip, says Jake. Yeah. Here's Bruno with the cross. It's not bad. And a good header by Casemiro, but straight at the keeper. And now Barcelona break away. And again, it's that left-hand side for Barcelona where they're getting all the space with Alba again. Well in Wan-Bissaka. I'll tell you what, though, at the moment, we're looking... I'm not saying we're going to win, but we're looking... we're not looking out of place, are we? And as many of us said before the game, even if we lost 1-0, which at the moment we're not, it would give us a great opportunity at Old Trafford. The whole point of this game is for it not to be over in the first leg. Corner to Barcelona. Casemiro's been quiet, says Luke. Casemiro's been effectively quiet, Luke. He's made a lot of interceptions. I think Varane's probably been our best player so far. He's had a really good half, Varane. Him and Shaw look very good. Remember, they're playing against the best striker in the world. Jordi Alba's been booked here. I don't think Gabi got booked, did he? I'll be able to confirm it for you. That's what the stats carousel's all about. Yeah, there's no yellow card apart from the one that's just been given, which I'm sure will get updated. Jordi Alba got booked. Good pressing here from United. Bruno's just gone down. There should have been a yellow card there because we would have been in a position. Here's the chance for Weghorst again. I mean, he's put it on target. The keeper's made a good save. But I think in those situations, the striker always should score, and the defender can only be a hero, really. The goalkeeper can only be a hero, really. Terrible ref, says Ant. Nice little ball into Rashford. Smash it! Oh, he just didn't grab hold of it. Didn't grab hold of that, Rashi. All I can see in the chat is blocked, 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 deleted message, blocked, blocked, blocked. Oh, I take it. Mods are doing a great job. Sally and co. So sorry there. I was just going to interact with some chat, but all I'm seeing is block, block, block. Wacker says we're winning this game at the moment. Chris says Weghorst looked like he was running through custard. But we've had a good last 10 minutes, Manchester United. It sort of started off with us, then Barcelona have had a good 10, and then we've had a good 10. So it's going quite nicely at the moment. Lewandowski who says Ramviv, don't be saying stuff like that. Long way to go. Oh, Sancho and Fred not on the same wavelength there. Varane's been world class. Can you say hello, Sean? He loves your channel, says Tyrone. Hello, Sean. And Garnacho has won it, says iDash. I would. Here's Sancho. Oh, go on, Rashford. Oh, what a shot! What a save by the keeper, and he did really well, Rashford. There, I think he's hit it perfectly. He's gone right for the far post with as much power as he can get. Good save by the keeper. Well played by Rashford. Even Inter beat Barcelona in the Champions League. Surely United can do it, says OP. Well, yeah, but I'm told by everybody that Barcelona are top of the league and a brilliant side. So, are we now losing respect for Barcelona? Or they're not that good? Come on, give them some bloody respect. They are a good side. Good save by ter Stegen, that was. Good shot by Rashford. United just having a good phase of play here. Both defenders looking wobbly at times, says D. I don't see that with us. I think you can get at the right back area of United. I think Malacia has played well against Rafinha. I think Varane's been brilliant. I think Shaw's done well. I don't think we're gettable at the moment. Whatever the result over the 2 legs, this shows we can mix it again with the better teams. Good summer transfer window. We're back, says Kieran. Weghorst the weakest link at the moment. He's the only player that sort of doesn't look like he belongs. He can't win headers. He can't win physical battles. His passing's not that great. I mean, he works hard. I can see why Ten Hag has picked him, because the other alternative would be to start Garnacho, and that's a bit dangerous in the new camp. I can see why we're picking Weghorst, but could just do with a little bit more quality from him. Nice ball in behind for Bruno. Have we got anybody in the box? He might have to cut this back. He cuts it off. Rashford, good defending, and it's a foul anyway. Mark, if we get through, are we favourites for the cup, says Marcus. Long way to go. Long way to go. Coming into this game, I thought Barca would dominate, but toe-to-toe with them, I think we can win this, says the Moose. You're playing very well. We're playing very, very well. Please do subscribe to the channel, by the way. Bottom right-hand corner. Free to do it. We're live every night at 8 o'clock, every morning at 10 o'clock. We've got the player ratings afterwards for the match reaction. Remember, I'll be using the members for that, but we do have a public player rating system as well. Get involved with the channel. Of course, in the next 24 hours, we're going to find out who's buying Man United as well, which, well, I don't know whether we'll know who's buying Man United, but we'll know who's bidding for Manchester United. The press is underrated, says Jack. This is why you have to play Luke Shaw, Martinez, or Varane at the back. You can't press like this with Maguire and Lindelof. You just can't. But as well as we played, there's still a massive part of me thinking Barcelona probably will score at some point if we can just keep it to 1. But at the moment, we deserve to be in front. Good tackle there. Casemiro, that's a foul. Good. Very impressed with us so far. Very impressed. Oh, Wan-Bissaka, you don't do that. De Gea with the save. Wan-Bissaka going to sleep. Look at Wan-Bissaka there. Bloody idiots. He can't let that bounce across him. And Wan-Bissaka got the ball there as well, so there won't be any penalty in that. It's the typical Wan-Bissaka problem. I would start him over Delo tonight, and I think he's played really well for us in recent weeks, but he's always liable to fall asleep. On the back post, he falls asleep. And he fell asleep there. That ball from Casemiro came into him, and he just fell asleep. So, he's got to do better there, but De Gea to the rescue. He's made 2 good saves today. Jordi Alba wants a penalty. Shut up, Jordi Alba, or you'll get another yellow card and you'll get sent off. You annoying prat. We've seen the replay. He got the ball. Well done. Goal corner again. Sonny, thank you very much for gifting a membership. Do you think this is too much of a big game for Weghorst, or are we too critical, says Stephen? United are pressing brilliantly, says Ian Hanley. And coming into this... well, look, you know what? Going back to what Stephen Atkinson said, it's not Weghorst's fault. The quality that we have with all the injuries we've got, if we didn't get Weghorst, we'd be playing a kid up front. So... I don't think anyone's got anything against Weghorst. We all appreciate the fact that he'll run his socks off, but he is limited. Like, there's a quality issue there. He ain't good enough for this quality of game, is he? But we need him. We need him to be there. We need, he's not useless. But if I'm honest, that's if I had somebody on the bench that could do that job, I'd take him off. But we haven't. So I'm not being critical of Weghorst, but he is probably the weakest link on the pitch for us at the moment. But not bad. A lot of people saying, sit down, Beth. Sit down, Beth. Yeah. De Gea haters in the mud. I think De Gea's had a good game. I think we've played out from the back when we can do. He's made a couple of good saves. I think Varane's been superb. I think the press has been good. I'd end this game now and take it back to Old Trafford, and I think we'll beat them. But there's a long way to go yet. But so far, so good. And as I said, if we can get out of this game with a positive result, I'd be very, very impressed. If we can get out of this game... Oh, what's going on there? Is that not a foul on Malacia? Yes, referee's starting to give us some bloody decisions now. Jack's just gifted 10 memberships. You're a legend, Jack. I'm just going for a little walk. Let's have a little bit of a stretch. Get that back going. There you go. Mate. There's my Europa League ball, look. It's coming home. It's coming home. Well, this is coming home. Bit of a stretch. Only 5 minutes to go to half time. And I think Jordi Alba's going to come off here. Ziraberto is going to come on. No, it's not Zira. It's not Jordi Alba coming off. It's Gabby coming off, I think, by the look of it. Or Pedri. JG, thanks very much for becoming a member of the channel. What a dreadful half from Barcelona. What did I tell you? What did I tell you? Premier League's better than La Liga. Beth got left in Manchester after that De Gea video, says Joshua Bowater. And they are going to make the sub here. That person best put on the red shorts if you know, says Sono. Who's your goat, says Dylan. Pedri out. Zia Roberto in. Sergi on, sorry. I don't know why I'm saying Zia Roberto. I'm losing my mind here. Sergio Roberto on and Pedri out. Drew, thank you very much for your super chat there. Get your red boxers on. Yeah, I know what you're talking about now. Thanks everyone who's tuning in, by the way. Nearly 50,000 of you. Make sure you subscribe. Bottom right-hand corner. Manchester United having a very good half here. Going to have to be very careful in the second half. Tactically, I think Barcelona are going to have to make a change and we're going to have to adapt to it. Mark, score prediction. Also seeing Casemiro in what white kit makes it look like his Real Madrid days, and nostalgic, says Bobby. Weghorst is about as useful as a chocolate chisel, says Paul. Oh, I'll give him a bit of credit. Varane's just gone and got booked. Probably was a booking, to be fair. He's had him on the turn. What? Pardon? Not yet. In a bit. Bam, 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 bam. That took me longer than I thought. Just wanted to put the heating on. It's gone a bit chilly. That's the trouble when it starts off light. What a tackle that was. Casemiro into Rashford, into Casemiro. He's loving this at the moment. Overlap. Bruno, that's it. Oh, Rashford, get on your toes, mate. Luke Shaw's got this. Luke Shaw, look at the recovery pace of Varane. That was brilliant by Varane. Recovery pace there against Lewandowski. Wan-Bissaka's got to win that. Oh, he keeps overrunning the ball. Wan-Bissaka's a bit... I can't make my mind up about Wan-Bissaka tonight. Some things he's doing are great, and some of them are just a bit off. I can't make my mind up. I just can't make my mind up about Wan-Bissaka. About to hit half time. He'll probably add a bit of time on here. Cross comes in. Lewandowski got there. I think Luke... I tell you what, I would describe our centre-backs tonight, and I'm sure many of you would agree with me. I think Luke Shaw's on the limit, and he's putting in a valiant effort, but at times Lewandowski's getting a yard on him because he's world class. Varane ain't getting nothing on him, and that's the difference, isn't it? Rafael Varane is a world-class, experienced centre-back. Luke Shaw is a brilliant left-back, playing at centre-back and doing a great job, but you can see that Varane ain't giving Lewandowski a sniff. Yeah, I think Wan-Bissaka's had a good game, but there's just been a few, maybe 3 or 4 times where he's letting the ball run off him, and his style is a little bit like that, though, Wan-Bissaka. He is a bit languid at times. We clearly need a striker that has presence in the opposition box. What striker do you think fits, says the Moose. Hey, Mark, can I get a shout-out to me and my son, Leighton? We're watching from the front room. Big shout-out to Ben and Leighton. I hope you're enjoying it. I'm loving this game. Absolutely loving it. I don't care if the neutral doesn't like it. I don't care if there's a United fan out there that thinks it's boring. This to me, is such an impressive performance from Manchester United in the new camp. It's 0-0 and Barcelona can still win it, but I'm just so impressed with it. So impressed with especially how we've defended. I think this was how this is where my confidence for tonight came from. Not from Bruno or Rashford or anyone like that, but from from De Gea, from Luke Shaw, from Rafael Varane, from Casemiro. That's where I was like, you've got four spine players there to build upon, and we've looked very, very good defensively. Bit odd the ref's trash when he supports us, says Lip Jay. And would you play Scooby Doo over Vout? And can I get a shout for Ronti? Says Marcus. And kind of ironic how Weghorst provides higher value on defence than offence, which he was brought in to do, says Sebastian. Little flick didn't work there. Lovely play by Fred. He's got his passing range going on now. Malacia, lovely ball. Nearly good ball. That Casemiro tackle was class. Varane, world class. You know what, Dante? I nearly wanted to cry when I read that chat. I got a wave of goosebumps. I'm just so impressed by Casemiro and Varane tonight. And and De Gea. De Gea's made a couple of good saves. But we've really seen that experience come through, and it's something that Barcelona haven't been able to deal with. And I made this point before the game started. I said, who's got more experience than Casemiro and Varane in El Clasicos on that pitch? And I don't know. Maybe Jordi Alba. He's probably played a few. I don't think there's many Barcelona players, if any, who've played as many El Clasicos as Real Madrid's former Real Madrid players, Varane and Casemiro. And I think that's shown tonight, because Varane's been our best player and Casemiro's had a good game as well. Aaron Wan-Bissaka is chaotic in both a good way but as equally a bad way. Made some wonderful recovery tackles, but it's often recovery of his own mistakes, says Dan. Yeah, Paolo Maldini would describe him as a bad player, because if you're having to make recovery tackles from your own mistakes, don't make the mistake in the first place. Red Smurf says, get Garnacho on if we're using Rashford as a 9, then get Garnacho on at 10, says Red Smurf. I'll tell you now, I've played the game. I'm going to tell you something for free now. If we could take Weghorst out that team and bring in Eriksen, Sabitzer, Martial or Anthony, whichever one of those four, take Weghorst out, put Rashford to the left, put Martial through the middle. Take Weghorst out, put Bruno back in the middle, put Anthony on the right. I'm telling you, one of Sabitzer, Eriksen, Martial or Anthony, and I think we're winning at half-time. And Weghorst has put a good shift in, but we're just that one player away, I think, in the transition to take what's been a good defensive performance into a really good attacking performance as well. Our game is too one-dimensional when playing out from De Gea. Always the long ball to Weghorst, says Kizza. No, he has passed out a few times. He's mixed it up. But the problem is Weghorst doesn't win the ball. And there isn't... the only out ball De Gea's got is Weghorst, because... you're never going to, it's hard to hit Rashford because he's not really good in the air, and the same with Bruno. So he's got to hit Weghorst, who isn't very good in the air. United's performance has been really good, but they need to be more clinical and they would win this, says Stephen. I'm sorry, I want to support the lad, but Weghorst has been massively exposed. Get Bruno back to his position and get Garnacho in, says Mario Franco. Love your content, Mark. Supporting United since 87. Love from Greece. Love it, Harry. Hope you're doing well. Literally, everyone is laughing at you on Twitter. Varane's been absolutely awful. Have given the ball away. Well, if people are laughing at me on Twitter, I don't know what game they're watching, and maybe I'll just quit, because I think Varane's been brilliant. Talk to me in the chat. I think Varane's been brilliant. I don't know what people are talking about. His job is to defend. I think he's been immaculate. Really wish Anthony was available for this game. His confidence and attitude would have been great for this type of game, says King of 2K. Sorry if you answered, but I didn't hear what do you think will happen first. City get 1-0 10 Premier League titles, or we get the next, says Michael. Well, hopefully City won't get many more. Guraj, thank you very much for joining the members club. Can we stop the Beth hate? She just did a video for the channel. If Adam made the video, no one would say anything. Stop with gender bias, says Sebastian. Mate, I think it's a bit of banter, and there's a lot of people who actually agreed with Beth on that, so I wouldn't worry too much about it. PQ says, if Aaron Wan-Bissaka lets the ball run past him once more, then his player rating is a big 0 from me, says PQ. Bring on Garnacho, says Jordan. I reckon Pedri and Gavi are the best midfielders in the pitch for a young age. They're so confident, says Nathan Allen. Weghorst definitely doesn't suit this game. He has his positives, but like you said, replace him with one of our quality players, we would look better, says Quinn. La Liga must be crap if this Barca team have only conceded 7 goals all season, says Thomas. Let's just be careful, right? Let's just be very careful. I think, look, we're only a quarter of the way through this tie. It's 0-0 at half-time. Full time will only be half-time because we've got the second leg at Old Trafford next week. But The things that make me positive are the fact that if we can replicate that first half, we should get out of Spain with at least a point, a draw. Take that back to Old Trafford next Thursday night. It'll be rocking. Hopefully get a couple of players back fit and let's get at them. There's no guarantee if we draw this, we'll beat them at Old Trafford, but I think that's we've got to look to not lose this game now. We've put a lot of work into that first half. Let's make sure we at least get a draw and take it back to Old Trafford. Sean says, what is Bout offering us? Can't head it, can't pass it, poor touch, get Garnacho on and put Bruno in the middle. I think the problem with bringing Garnacho on is, will you get the defensive work rate from the right-hand side? I think that's probably what Ten Hag was thinking about. Ian says, I think all positive in the first caused problems with them not really having a sniff. And my God, has Mark Bosnich let himself go, says Red Smurf. Apparently on Twitter, they don't think Varane's had a good half. I mean, I don't care. I really don't care. I know what I saw. I watched it. I think he's our man of the match in that first half. I think he's been brilliant. But, you know, Fred turned it around. I thought he had a dodgy first 20 minutes. His passing was off and he settled down. We need Fred to have a good game. Casemiro, I think, is authoritative in a midfield battle that's massively intriguing. I don't think you're going to dominate a midfield when you've got people like Frankie de Jong in their midfield, and obviously Pedri's gone off now, but they've got Kessie in there. I don't think you're going to dominate it, but I think he's been authoritative. Rashford, we need to get in the game a little bit more, but that's been very difficult. I don't think we're getting Sancho on the ball enough. I think Bruno's a bit isolated on the right-hand side. I would like to bring Bruno into Weghorst's position, but who can you put on the right-hand side? I think this is due to injuries more than anything that we're doing what we're doing. But Sean says he'd like to see Dalot play. I think Wan-Bissaka's had a very interesting first half. It's been, at times, there's been some good bits, but at times there's been some bits where you take a deep intake of breath. But so far, so good. Bully TV, thank you very much for your super chat. Please do subscribe, bottom right-hand corner. Uber says, I disagree. Fred's been awful. Gavi is suspended for the next game, by the way. I don't think he is, Eric. Let me just go to this. I don't think he is because he hasn't got a yellow card on his shoulder. Look, Alba's got a yellow card on his shoulder. Gavi doesn't. So he's not out of the next tie. I think there was a bit of misinformation there. Apparently Varane made a couple of bad passes. Oh, I couldn't give a shit. What are we going to do? Are we now going to go to the next level of stupidity in the fan base? So we don't want De Gea anymore because his distribution's a bit dodgy at times, even though he makes big saves. And now we want to get rid of Varane because he makes the odd bad pass, but is brilliant defensively. I don't know where some of the heads are in this fan base that they're so obsessed with distribution. The job is to defend. The job is to keep people like Lewandowski, one of the best strikers in the world, quiet. And he's winning that battle. Gavi got a yellow card, apparently. I'm just going to double check this. They haven't put it on the thing that we've got. Let's not forget as well, he didn't get a yellow card. Let's not forget, Weghorst missed the chance of the game. I've played the game. And that chance was absolutely massive. Jonas, welcome to the Members Club. Thank you very much. And the distribution fetish is mind-boggling, says Kiffle. Let him get on with it. Let him get on with it. It's irrelevant to me. Would you get Dalot on? Says Mukhtar. I think that's the one weakness, that if Barcelona are going to score, the logical way they'll score is on that left-hand side, because we have been giving Jordi Alba a lot of space, but I'm just seeing a chance here now. Bruno, I don't know why him and Wan-Bissaka and Bruno are just not working particularly well together. But if we can sort that out, then I don't see where their goals are coming from other than set pieces or something that's really well created. Mark, I'm going to my first ever Man United game, Barcelona at Old Trafford. I'm buzzing, says Emmanuel. Also, can Adam even see the pitch? Why do they put the away fans in outer space, as TJ? And also, silly question, but will Martinez and Sabitzer be available for the return leg of this fixture? And if so, would you favour United to win that? They're both back, Stephen. Obviously, they're not injured. They're suspended, so they'll be both back. Manchester United need Musiala, says Zion. And my pet mouse Elvis died. He was caught in a trap. Thanks, Brad. Gavi has a yellow from previous games, yeah, so he's not out of the next game, Omka. I've played the game. I love you, Mark. Get me every time. This is Brian. Thank you very much for that. And no chance to low will be worse, and we won't be able to change it back, says King. I don't think that's going to happen. I agree. I don't see that change happening at all. Please do subscribe to the channel, by the way. Bottom right-hand corner. Get involved with the United Stand community. We're live every night at 8 o'clock, every morning at 10 o'clock. Remember, after the game, we'll go to my match reaction. We'll go through your player ratings. We will put up a player ratings website where you can do your mark every player out of 10. 6 being the average. The last couple have been sabotaged, so we have actually set up a members player rating one, which I can always go and use if there's a problem with the main one. If you are a member of the channel, just go to the community tab. About 20 minutes left of the second half, and there'll be a link for you to vote for yourselves. Check it out. I'll tell you at the time. So 0-0 at half time. Manchester United, very, very good first half. As you can see there, it did change, actually. In the first 10 minutes, we had 60% possession. But as you can see, it's changed now. 62% possession for Barcelona. We've had more shots on target than them, though. And I'm not surprised or concerned by that. I think that it's obvious that Barcelona at the Nou Camp are going to have high possession. But I think it's been good from Manchester United. I think we did lose our way a little bit in relation to the passing. I'm not surprised that our possession has dropped off, because after the first 10 minutes we really weren't that good at keeping hold of the ball. But if we can improve on that, then I'm sure we can build that back up again. But in all fairness, at the Nou Camp, you'd expect Barcelona to have more of the ball. Don't forget, we're sponsored by Boohoo Man. I'm wearing one of their hoodies here. Scan the QR code next to me, or go through the link in the video description. You can get 10% off with the code Goldbridge. Get all your active wear, chill out wear. I love this hoodie. It's got like a bit of a thermal lining in it, so it's very comfortable on an evening watch along. Big shout out to Boohoo Man. We need the pace and creativity of Garnacho, Mark, says Benj. Look, if we can get to an hour at 0-0 and then bring Garnacho on, I'm happy. I'm worried about the Carabao Cup final. How are we going to win that with this much game, says Manoj. Mate, you and me both. There's so much space out there, says Matt. Only change for me is Garnacho for Weghorst. Also, Wan-Bissaka is the only player that can make that tackle on Alba, says Matt. Yeah, but you know what, Matt? You know what I'm going to say? That recovery tackle on Alba by Wan-Bissaka, he's probably one of the only players in the world that can make that recovery tackle. But he's also only one of the he's probably one of the only right backs in the world that would create that chance in the first place. I mean, what is he doing, letting it run across his body when he's blind to the fact that Alba's there? Wan-Bissaka made a massive mistake there, and he recovered. You know what? Don't make the bloody mistake in the first place. Just switch on a little bit, because he's done that a few times. I find it so annoying how Xavi overthinks and resorts to nepotism by putting Alonso instead of Christensen and putting Jordi Alba instead of Baldy, says Furman. And JM Jones and Jim Hooligan, thank you very much for becoming members of the channel. Hopefully we've given Barmer a shout out. I don't think we have. He's just gifted 20 memberships, so make sure you give him a shout out. Legend there, Barmer. And Milo says, can the ref take a card back? Because Gavi definitely got one in the 23rd minute. A few people have mentioned that, and I don't know why it's not showing up, but definitely doesn't have a yellow card on the stats carousel. So yeah, that's where we're at the moment. Barmer has 40 gifted this evening, says Fennec. He's a legend, is Barmer. Gavi didn't get a yellow, obviously. Somebody in the chat just said there, and I don't think he got booked. He didn't get booked. Funny thing is, the cross that Wan-Bissaka put in for Rashford, he skipped past a sliding tackle from Gavi, and if he'd gone down, that would have been a yellow card. So, you know, you've got to be a little bit careful, because he could have had a yellow card a couple of times. Jordi Alba got a yellow card. I can't remember why he got one, but he did get one. Definitely has got one. No doubt about that. The ref put his hand up and looked like he was going to book him. Okay, that's fine. Bottom right-hand corner to subscribe. We're only about 50 away from 585,000. So thanks to everyone who's getting involved. Of course, Man United play Leicester on Sunday afternoon. And back next Thursday to play the second line of this. And then we've got the Carabao Cup final on the following Sunday. It's a relentless challenge for Manchester United. But at the moment, every game we play, we seem to be up for the challenge, don't we? And very, very impressive indeed. Clearly, we had the better chances in the first half. Garnacho in the last 30 will be exciting, says Robin. There's something right going on when you play this brand of football in the Nou Camp with 6 players out. Exactly. I completely agree with you on that one. I think that we're going into games that we're probably scarred by because of Solskjaer and Mourinho, etc., etc. But in essence, what I'm seeing is that we did this at Arsenal in the first half as well. We had no Casemiro, and there was this assumption that we were just going to hit them on the break. And actually, what ended up happening was that we didn't hit them on the break, and we had a go at them in the first half, even without Casemiro. And here we are again, with all the problems we've got around suspensions and injuries, and yet we're going there and expressing ourselves because that's what Ten Hag wants us to do. Welcome to Members Club Extreme Destiny. Bring Delo on the right, take off Veghorst, put Bruno back in the 10 role, says Manx. Hi Mark, my second super chat, just a thought, but Delo on the right wing. He's good going forward and will help defensively. You're not the first person to say that, Saprit. Daniel, welcome to Members Club. Do you think Pedri and Gavi are basically a remake of Xavi and Iniesta back in the day, and who would you rather take? Jude, Gavi or Pedri? I'd take Jude, Nathan. Arians, welcome to the Members Club. 8 months ago, Norwich away was a dread. Now Barca at the Nou Camp is exciting. This too shall pass, says Ruskell. And Mark, I'm loving the performance, but you've panicked me all I can. I would love, think about is Eric Ten Hag would love to manage Barcelona, treble champ. No, it's just something I observed that I hadn't even thought about, that the Dutch connection with Barcelona, the adoration that Ten Hag clearly has for this place. I mean, look at it. I love Manchester United. We're Manchester United fans, but look at this ground. Look at it. I just think that, I don't think Ten Hag's going anywhere, but if he was ever to go anywhere, I think only Barcelona could be a tempter. Move Rashford to 10, put Garnacho on and gamble, says Buzz. But it's not something that we need to worry about at the moment because, hello, Xavi could be at Barcelona for 5-10 years himself. So we don't need to worry about Eric Ten Hag leaving. Second half has kicked off. Timer's below me there, as you can see. Let's see if we can do more of the same here. We've got to be a little bit careful because Barcelona didn't have a good first half. So tactically, they might mix things up a bit. So we've just got to get our composure back. We don't normally start second halves that well. Even against Leeds on Sunday, we had a bad 15 minutes before we got going. Varane again, look, winning with a header. Apparently he had a bad first half. I don't know what people see. I really don't know what people see. No changes at half-time for Manchester United. And Lewandowski fouled Wan-Bissaka there on the back post. Fred actually caused the problem there with a bad touch again. It's Fred, isn't it? You just don't know what you're going to get with Fred. Sometimes he's the best player on the pitch. Sometimes he's the worst player on the pitch. And sometimes he's crap for half an hour and then he's brilliant for an hour. And then sometimes he's just a bit of both. He's such a hard player to read. And of course, what a shot! Of course, he's nearly 30 now, isn't he? So he's not like a young player that's going to become consistent. He's just one of those players that can't be consistent. How close was this from Rafinha? Oh, it wasn't far. I think De Gea had it covered, but he was certainly diving. It's a good shot. We need Fred to play well, though, because we've got nobody on the bench that can come on and do Fred's job tonight. Like, there's literally nobody. There is no midfielder. You'd have to probably bring Lindelof on, because you can't put Mainu or Iqbal on in a game like this. But again, it's a bit of a slow start from United here. It's a bit sloppy. I don't know what it is, and I'm sure Ten Hag gets frustrated, but we just have this problem with... We have this problem with starting the second half well. But here's a bit of possession. Come on. I want a bit of possession here. Bruno. Back into Wan-Bissaka. Ooh, goal! Goal! Oh, Sancho. Back post. It's not easy, but hit the target, mate. Hit the target. I tell you what, I'm with everybody else. Why is this Barcelona? I mean, look, to be fair, they have made a couple of changes. Christensen normally plays. Baldy normally plays at left back. But they don't look like a team that's so good defensively, do they, Barcelona? They've only conceded 7 goals all season, La Liga. Oi, what are you doing? Malacia, what the blood is he... What are you doing? Why did he back off 10 yards there? Did you see that? Rafinha gets the ball and Malacia bloody drops off 10 metres. You can't give him that much room. You can't do that. Don't drop off that much. Bloody hell, he'll have a shot. Corner to Barca. Oh, goal on the back post. Fucking hell. Oh, what a rubbish goal to concede. What a crappy goal to concede. What's that all about there? Oh, for God's sake. This is what I mean. Why do we start second half so badly? We were asleep again. It's the same as bloody Leeds. Why are we always asleep at the start of the second half? Same every bloody week. Same against Arsenal. Same against Leeds at the weekend. We're always asleep at the start of the second half. Nobody's marking him. Well, Fred. Fred should not be marking him. Who's he peeled off here? Why is Fred marking Alonso? That is a sloppy goal that based on the first half, we shouldn't be conceding. Dear me, it's just a rubbish goal to concede. A few people saying should De Gea come for that? I don't think so. I don't think that's the keeper's to come and get, to be honest. We've seen him come and punch a couple in the first half. I don't think the keeper's coming for that. It's looped and it's on the back post, so I don't think at its highest point it's punchable. Otherwise, I think he would have done. I think a defender's got to win that. And I don't know why Fred ends up... But then again, you say, why is Fred marking him? I mean, he's a footballer on a football pitch. Calm down and just switch on. We've not started the second half well yet. This is the problem. Yeah, your keeper's not coming for that. Have you seen where it lands? It lands on the far side of the 6-yard box. Keeper's not coming for that. Don't know what people are talking about there. No way a goalkeeper's coming for that. Malacia was on Alonso and lost him, says Red Smurf. Here's Rashford. Bad first touch. Goal! Get in! Get in! Get in! 1-1. Have that! Smoke that, La Liga! 1-1 Manchester United. You can shove your goalkeeping and you can shove your mistakes and you can shove it up your arse because that's a big mistake by Ter Stegen. But Rashford takes advantage of it and it's 1-1. Come on then. Come on then. Come on then. And it's Rashford again who takes the goal in Spain in the Nou Camp. Barcelona take an early lead with Manchester United sleeping, but Rashford's awake in minutes to restore United's possibilities here. 1-1, reset. Look at this, Varane into Casemiro, and it's Casemiro into Fred, and it's Fred into Rashford, and it's lovely. It's a lovely team goal. Keeper should not get beat from there. Talk about bad goalkeeping. He shouldn't get beat from there. But if you don't buy a lottery ticket, you don't win the lottery. It's a lovely team goal. It really is. And we're back. And oh, I'll tell you what, that's such a relief. It's such a relief, that is, because it's just falling asleep, isn't it? Ten Hag will know it. We know it. We have a real problem at the start of second halves. We just don't wake up. And we've conceded, but thank God we've gone and equalised as well. I mean, it's a crappy goal for United to concede. It's a crappy goal for Barcelona to concede. Game on. Sonny, thank you for gifting 5 memberships. Malasia was on last. We've done that. Abdi, thank you very much for joining the members club. Woo! We needed that. We needed that. Good goal as well. You know, Varane, Casemiro, Fred, Rashford. Good goal. Look at Varane winning the ball up high up the pitch here. Here's Sancho. Go on, Jayden. Into Rashford again. Rashford. Oh, blocked it. Come on. I don't know what this Barcelona defence has got a reputation for. La Liga must be bloody crap if they've only scored 7 goals against them all season. This game's opening up now. Oh, look at that by De Gea. Catches a shot into the top corner from Rafinha. He says, I'm not just going to palm this away. I'm going to bloody catch it. Lovely stuff. I definitely thought that... Watch this shot. Are they going to show us a replay of the shot? No, they're trying to get a foul for Lewandowski. Let's show the shot here from Rafinha. I thought this was going in the top corner. He just catches it. Lovely. The game's opening up now. What did I tell you about Ballon d'Or and Marcus Rashford, eh? Oh, you're an idiot, Goldbridge. Sancho, blocked. Goalkeeper. Front post glitch for Barcelona, yes. No, nice play here. Good, well done, Bruno. Lovely tracking back there. We've woken up. We've woken up. Asleep in the first 5 minutes of the second half again, but we've woken up now. That's what's so disappointing about that bloody first goal for them, because not taking anything away from Barcelona, but it didn't justify it really. That's no way a free kick. That's no way a free kick. Great shot by Rafinha, that, you know. I think the fact that David De Gea caught it wasn't easy, because it was a good shot by Rafinha. You don't normally see goalkeepers catching them. People need to stop with the David De Gea agenda, you know. I saw people in the chat when we conceded that goal saying De Gea's got to come and get it. You see the angle where it's on the back post. There's no keeper in the world that's coming to get that. Even the giant from Jack and the Beanstalk isn't coming to claim that. It's high. It's looping to the back post. It's at its lowest point. It's not punchable until it hits Alonso's head. The keeper can't be coming to punch that. But we move on from that. Now we've got another corner here coming in. Now we need to deal with this better this time. Now I'm looking at Fred. I'm looking at Malasia. I mean, there's a height mismatch here. Alonso is attaching himself to Malasia. We've got a bit of a height disadvantage, haven't we? Well done, Casemiro. Oh, what's happened to my stats bar here? Yeah, just seeing the Rashford goal back. No goalkeeper. I mean, if De Gea let that in, I'd admit, what the hell are you doing, Dave? That is just terrible. Terrible goalkeeping. But, as I say, If you don't shoot, you don't know. Another corner here for Manchester United. Thanks everyone who's tuning in. This is intriguing, and it's only leg 1. This time next week it'll be leg 2. Can't wait. And then 3 days later it's the Carabao Cup final. These are the games you dream of. Well, they're not. I don't dream of your Thursday night Europa League, and I don't dream of Carabao Cup finals. But you know what I mean. We've been deprived of excitement at United for many a year, and we've got an exciting next couple of weeks. De Gea said, "Hold my beer, Beth," says Sebastian Alonso. Lovely play by Rashford. The cross is good. It's all in. Get in! 2-1 Manchester United! Have some of that! Have some of that! Casemiro! I don't know whether it's an own G, but Manchester United leading the new camp. Rashford put the cross in. There's chaos in the Barcelona penalty box. And United, from 1-0 down, are 2-1 up in Spain. Get in there! Come on! Let's have it! Let's have it! Xavi looks gutted. Is there an appeal for an offside? I don't think there is. I don't think there can be. Brilliant skill by Marcus Rashford. He leaves Rafinha in Brazil. He puts the cross in. There can be no offside, surely. No, because it goes in off Koundé. They'll review it. They'll review it, but it goes in off Koundé. If Casemiro gets a touch on this, I think he's offside, but I don't think it does. I think it goes off Koundé, and it's 2-1 to Manchester United. Now the referee and Barcelona are reviewing this. Be careful. Be very careful. He's having a chat with VAR. Let's have a look. What's he going to do? I didn't see anything wrong. And he hasn't hit a goal. Get in there. Manchester United leading 2-1. I tell you what, people. We are in a position now. Where unless Barcelona do something ridiculous, we should at least be taking a draw to Old Trafford. And that's what we're talking about here. We're talking about taking a result to Old Trafford. We've got a win to take back to Old Trafford at the moment. Fantastic, fascinating game. And United do it again. Is there nothing that Ten Hag can't do with this team? All the players we've got out. No Martinez, no Sabitzer, no Eriksson, no Martial, no Anthony. Weghorst playing at number 10. And here we are in the new camp against La Liga's best side, who've only conceded 7 goals in La Liga all season. And in an hour, we've scored more than 25% of what they've conceded. Don't never come at me again telling me La Liga's better than the Prem. Don't never come at me telling me La Liga's better than the Prem again. This is in your backyard. This is your best team you've got. This is La Liga's best team. They're top of the league by about 10 points. They've only conceded 7 goals all season and we've scored 2 in an hour. Don't never come at me again telling me La Liga's anywhere near as good as the Premier League. Never come at me again telling me that. The Premier League. And this is that. We're basically playing our reserves. We've got a left back playing at centre back. We've got Wout Weghorst playing at number 10. Finish them. Finish them off, I say. Go and get the third. Apparently Real Madrid's the best that La Liga have got to offer now. What, Real Madrid in second place? Well, we'll beat them next year. We can't beat them because we're not in that tournament, to be fair to Real Madrid. And they are the champions of Europe. But no, there's a long way to go. I'm having a bit of banter, but we've just got to stay focused here because there is another goal in this game. There's still half an hour to go. Here we go. Rashford. Oh, he got stuck under his feet. There's another goal. I think Barcelona look a bit rough here. I really do. Rashford, though, again. I said this the other day. Rashford Ballon d'Or. I'm not saying he's going to win it. Somebody asked me, who do you think will be the next English player to win the Ballon d'Or? And I said, logically, Rashford at the moment. He ticks so many boxes. All he's got to do is start doing it on the highest level. Stephen says he's not bad for a steady Eddie, is Casemiro. And bring the kids on, it's Barca, says Sean. I don't want to be disrespectful. It's too early to bring Mainu on. and Iqbal, but I'd give him 20 minutes. Everything Rashford does at the moment works. I mean, let's be honest, the cross that leads to the second goal, it's not a bad cross. It's not a worldie. It's not a bad cross. The shot that he scores... what's that? What are we doing on the edge of our box? Go on, Rashford. Through the middle. Koundé don't want that. Last man. Last man. Oh, referee. He's on the... Check his bank account. Check his bloody bank account. Rashford's last man. He's last bloody man and he's body checked him. Bloody disgrace. Check his bank account. Check his bank account. I'm not even talking about a penalty. I'm talking about a red card. Bloody disgrace, man. Absolute disgrace. There's no way that's not a foul. There's no way that's not anywhere on the pitch. That's a foul. And he's bottled it. Big time. And then he gives them a foul for the same bloody thing. Same thing. Same thing, and he's given them a foul. Shocking, ref. Disgrace to the game. Disgrace to the game. Doesn't give the foul on Rashford and then gives the same foul on then. It's not, doesn't even touch him. Oh my God, that is absolutely disgraceful. Absolute disgraceful. Absolute disgusting. I don't know what this referee charges are, these allegations against Barcelona, but that's a fucking disgrace, I'm telling you. That is an absolute disgrace. That foul he's just given there for Barcelona, he barely gets touched. At the other end, body checked last man Rashford, nothing. And now he's booking Ten Hag. Get out, you absolute cretin. You bowl of custard twat in the yellow top. Get yourself down to Specsavers, you bloody cheat. Absolute cheat. Horrible, horrible, horrible. Absolutely horrible to see something like that. How can he give a foul to Barcelona 1 minute later when there's barely any contact, and a minute before, Rashford's running through one-on-one and gets body checked to the ground? Absolutely stunningly disgraceful. And now he's booked Casemiro for no reason. I knew this was going to happen. I said it in the preview. I said it before the game. We'll have to be careful here because of bloody referees. And lo and behold, it's another one. Chelsea fans know all about referees for bloody Barcelona. Speak to Didier Drogba. Absolute joke. You don't get this. Absolute farce. We just want a fair game. We just want a game of football that's fair. I'm disgusted by that. There's absolutely no way in a million years that Kessie doesn't foul Rashford. There's no way. Who is this referee? Where's he from? Prattville? Pratland? Free kick to Barcelona here. Lewandowski up and over the wall and over the bar. I need to calm down a bit here. This is what it's about, isn't it? We're back. We're back playing at the highest level against decent teams. And come on, lads, stay calm. Rise above this crap. Don't get carded. We're winning. Siege mentality. They're looking for cards, says SK. Yeah. We can get the third goal here. We can get the third goal here. Rashford's having a chat with the linesman, and he's absolutely right to have a chat with the linesman. Absolutely shocking. If that's the other end, if that's Varane on Lewandowski, Varane's walking. He's off. Sent off. 100%. Other way round, that's a foul and a red card. And you know it. You know it. I've got to calm down. Year after year after year, this happens. Go on, Fred. Go on, Fred. Pass it, Fred. Don't shoot, Fred. Oh, it wasn't bad, actually. He got excited. He's only got one thing on his mind there. He thinks he's Messi. I'm running through the new camp on my left foot. I've skipped past 2 players. I'm Messi. I'm Messi. Oh, I'm Fred. I'm not Messi. I'm Fred. He shoots wide. You know what though? What's just come into my head? 2-2. My score prediction was 2-2. Better bloody not happen. We're in Spain after all, says Matthew. 200 million over wage budget because the ref's on payroll, says Stallone. Casemiro. There's another. Well, it's the sub, Roberto, who's injured now. Don't you just love it, though? Don't you just love it? Amongst all the injustice, it's a cracker. It's an absolute cracking, for Manchester United to be playing La Liga's best side, who've only conceded 7 goals all season, and they're top of the league by about 8-9 points. For us to be playing in the Nou Camp, which is a very intimidating place, it's one of the best grounds in football, and for us to be 2-1 up after 70 minutes and deserve it, from where we were a year ago to where we are now, it's just unbelievable progress. And whatever happens in the last 20 minutes, they're giving us something back, aren't they? And they bloody owe us. They owe us over the last few years, but they are giving us something back. Chelsea's newest signing will be this referee, says Sebastian. We need some subs. Problem with subs is we don't really have anybody. I don't want to see bloody Maguire coming on in a game like this. The last thing I want to see is Harry Maguire or Victor Lindelof, unless he's coming on in the midfield. Delo might be worth a shout, but you're not going to bring Iqbal or Mainu on. Garnacho, you could bring on, but do you need to be attacking? I mean, the problem is, if you're playing everyone for 90 minutes tonight, how tired are they going to be against Leicester on Sunday afternoon? Although we will have Sabitzer and Varane, Sabitzer and Martinez back for that one. Only noticed now that the Premier League's trophy on the scoreboard there, says Reverse Clouds. And I don't think Dan from Stoke will be very happy, says James. Got to love Eric Ten Hag's passion. I love to see that. United need the passion, and he's provided it since he came on board. Great tackle there. That's from Jim Hooligan as well. Not Jim Hooligan didn't make the tackle. Let's go United. The win will be even sweeter after beating Barca and the ref, says Red Smurf United. Come on, I want the 3rd goal. Lovely ball into Rashford. Back heel it. Oh, it was on. Wan-Bissaka. Terrible cross. It was on there. It was on. Oh, Rafinha. That's a foul and a yellow card. Refs in Europe have always been crap, says Lloyd. I mean, that is a yellow card. I can't argue with that. Loving this. Come on, United, says Jack. Player ratings. I'll have 2 links for you. For the members, I'll drop it in the community tab. For the public, I will drop it in there. I'm going to use the members one. So if you are a member, that's the one I'm going to use on my match reaction. But we will have 2 player ratings for you. So I'll let you know that as soon as they come out. But it's Barcelona on the attack down the left-hand side. Up against Wan-Bissaka. Varane's there again. Fred, little 1-2 into Fred. That's it. Run it, Fred. Yellow card. Give him a yellow card. John O'Brien, thanks for subscribing. I think he wants to. He's probably. Gavi is out of the next tie. Gavi misses the second leg. Gavi out of the second leg. That's justice, really. because he probably should have been out a few. What a prat. Was it really worth pulling Fred off on the halfway line to miss the next match? I'd be fuming with that if I was a Barcelona fan. Fred wasn't about to score a goal. But he's out. Gavi's out. Pedri went off injured. Isaac, thank you very much for subscribing. Somebody said in the chat he had to do it because Fred was going to release Rashford. Here we go again. Look down that left-hand side, but we're okay. We're okay. Oh, what a game. Please subscribe to the channel, bottom right-hand corner. We've had a cracking night tonight. It's been brilliant. I feel sorry for Darren from Stoke and Steve from Norwich, the Barcelona fans who've been giving me shit. Oh, you know what? You've seen the clip. I'm going to have to go and find it. Where is it? I'll wait. I'll do it at full time. But there was a clip of me that got clipped where I said that La Liga isn't that good and that... oh, look, here we go. Casemiro again. La Liga's nowhere near as good as the Premier League. And if you put Brighton in La Liga, they'd finish top 4. Tell me I'm wrong. Brighton would finish top 4 in La Liga. Piece of piss. 100%. If this Barcelona side is top and has conceded 7 goals all season, and we've scored 2 and we could have had 3, Brighton would be in the top 4. 100%. La Liga ain't all that. It's why they want the Super League. Rashford. What a game he's had, Rashford, by the way. Future Ballon d'Or winner. Didn't Gavi get a yellow in the first half? Apparently not, Shane. Jacob, welcome to the Members Club. Adam, thank you very much. We've never beat Barcelona at the Camp Nou. Oh, God, Adam. Apparently we're no good against Spanish teams as well. Mark, Brentford would finish top 4 in La Liga, says Dino. Is it just me, but United just don't seem to trust Weghorst in the final third? He seems to get missed a lot, says Mole. Look, if I'm being completely honest, we're almost doing this to Barcelona with 10 men. Because I think Weghorst has put a shift in. But he's not really done anything, has he? I mean, he's not really been a valued member of our build-up play or the attack. Look at this, Man United. Oh, playing themselves into trouble, though. We were playing really, really well. And funnily enough, it was Casemiro who played the bad pass. De Gea and everyone else was fine. And it's 2-2. And that's because of Casemiro. What are we doing there? 2-2. Fred's been better second half, says Darren. I can't believe it. 2-2. And it's Casemiro who got caught on the ball. Oh, dear me. Dear, oh dear, oh dear. There's nothing Varane or De Gea can do there. The cross from Rafinha is wicked. And it goes through the legs of Varane. 2-2. Oh, dear, dear, dear. I'd still take 2-2. "13 minutes to go." You know who jinxed that? Not me. The person who said we've never won at the Nou Camp before. Why didn't you shoot Malacia? You threw 1-on-1. He didn't get the script. He's through 1-on-1 and he tried to pass the bloody Weghorst. Nobody does that. You threw 1-on-1, mate. Yeah, whoever was in the chat and said we've never won in the Nou Camp, within a minute, they bloody equalised. Don't talk about records like that ever again. I still think it's been a brilliant performance from Manchester United, and I think we deserve to have won it. Still can win it. Lay it off. Weghorst, what is he doing? Cross comes in. Too much on it. Too much on it. Still time. Can't bloody lose this game now. Here's Sancho. Where's the pass, Sancho? Nice ball. Rashford, take your time. Bang! No, Rashford. Big chance. Didn't catch it. Members, I'm just about... Don't go there yet. I'm just whacking you the player ratings in the members section. So if you go to the community tab on the members section, I've just put it there for you to vote for your player ratings because that's the one I'm going to use. De Gea has to make a big save. Don't bloody blow this now, lads. Don't blow this now. Please don't be blowing this now. Are we getting tired? Are we getting nervous? 10 minutes to go. Barcelona with the corner. De Gea, see, De Gea comes for that one. He can't come for the one that they scored from. Punches it away well. Fred, that's a foul. Surely give us the foul. Referee, you are shit, mate. You are Don't forget the referee in this game. If Barcelona get anything out of this game, don't forget the bloody ref. Player ratings for the public is in the video description. Mark every player out of 10, 6 being the average. I've put it in the video description for you. And if you're a member, go to the community tab on the homepage and vote. Hi Mark, I played Hogwarts Legacy yesterday and Wout Weghorst was in the game, says Philip. Austin, thanks for becoming a member. Matthew, thank you as well. Garnacho has come on for Sancho, so Weghorst will see out the 90 minutes. Probably not the change that most people would have wanted, but he will see out the 90 minutes. Weghorst. Ref Alona strikes again. You know what? 2-2. I'll take it back to Old Trafford, and I hope that we bloody beat them, but I look at both our goals we've conceded, and I think we've been the better side. We've just got to get out of. We've got to get out of Spain with something now. Rafinha's coming off for Barcelona. What are we thinking, everyone? I mean, I still think if we can get a draw here, it's a cracking result. But I do agree it should have been more. I feel that we did deserve more. How long have we got left here? 10 minutes. Thanks everyone who's tuned in. It's been, I tell you what, 2-2 in the new camp though. What a game. Come on, Garnacho. Ooh, Ter Stegen caught under pressure. I still think there's a winner there. I still think there's a winner here. Surely that's a foul as well. God, he just didn't want to give us anything. Take him out, Weghorst. Oh, slip by Casemiro. Does well. Oh, fuck off. Referee. He's a disgrace. He's an absolute disgrace to the bloody game. Check, you know what? Do check his bank account. He's a disgrace. How is this a foul by Casemiro? It's a complete and utter dive. United will be at near full strength at Old Trafford. Barca will have players out. Let's see if they can deal with us there, says Red Smurf. The members are too biased the other way, says Rory C. Do you follow the England women's national team? They play today in the Arnold Cup. I know they're playing Italy on Sunday, Clayton. I didn't know they were playing tonight. It must be, you know, I'd be embarrassed to be a Barcelona fan. You know, there's getting decisions and then there's making it bloody obvious as well. This is beyond giving one or two decisions to the home team. It's absolutely disgusting. Disgusting. They can't keep getting away with it. They can't keep getting away with this. Go on, Luke. Get it out. Varane. Oh, look at him now. He'll give a handball if he can. Don't worry about it. Another one. Oh my God. What are you doing, ref? Oh, bloody hell. Fred does touch it on his arm there as well. He'll give this. They'll give this on VAR. They're going to give this. 100% he'll give this. He'll give it. Oh, God. If they go and look at it, they'll give it. No, he's not going to give it. He's not giving it. Just play on the fucking game. No penalty. Play on. Oh my God, we've just hit the post with our own bloody defender. What are we bloody doing here? Oh my God. I tell you what, if Barcelona get a win out of this, it'll be the scammiest result the new camp's ever known. It'll go down in history. They'll have to put a plaque on the side of the pitch. The jammiest win we've ever had. February the 16th, 2023, the jammiest win we've ever had at the bloody new camp. Here we go. De Gea, what a save. Fucking switch on. Switch on for God's sake. Jesus Christ. What are we doing? Our heads have gone here. De Gea, brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. Come on. We're all over the place. I don't know what's happened to us defensively. We're just shut up. Come on, Bruno. He's got his miles off. Rashford's miles off there. We've just lost our composure here. Three minutes to go. Oh, I feel sick. It's the first time in the whole game I've actually felt nervous that Barca might win. Weghorst looks like... He looks like he's playing Sunday League football and he's had 20 pints last night. He looks absolutely finished on his feet, to be honest. Great tackle, Luke Shaw. Oh, they're swarming us now, Barcelona. I've got to be honest. They are swarming us. We've got to get hold of the ball. Here's Bruno. Come on, let's have a look. Let's run it. Let's run it. Fred's going to make a run. That's a lovely pass into Rashford. He's got nothing. He's got nobody. Nothing around him there. Garnacho. Come on, just keep the ball. Keep the ball. Keep the ball. 88 minutes. Keep the ball. That's exactly what we need to do. Here's Garnacho. No, he's a bit stilly there. Hit it. Hit it. Oh, he's not on the right foot. Casemiro, go round. That's it. Fred. Keep the ball. Keep the ball. Keep the ball. Cross comes in. Not a good one. Koundé. Garnacho. Where's he going here? Where's he going here? Oh. Malacia, he's done well. He's done really well. That'll be a corner, ref. Oh, come on. Keep him in that half. Tickle him. Tickle him. Oh, fucking hell. 16 attempts each. What a game, hey. What a game. We've both played our part. Make sure you subscribe, bottom right-hand corner. Let's have a look at the stats there as well. I mean, Barcelona have had more of the possession. You'd expect that. Bring them back to Old Trafford. 2-2. We'll have them. We should have had them here in the new camp. They've got away with it. Lucky. I'll take 2-2 now. I'll be over the moon with it. Ref ruined the game. I agree, Bateman. I completely agree. Here's Casemiro. He needs a pass. Rashford. Nah, nothing on it. I think the referee is the man of the match for Barcelona. If you want to do your player ratings, by the way, links in the video description for everybody else. Members, get onto the community tab on the homepage to do it, because that's the one I'll probably use. Varane's got this one. Lovely header by Varane. Man of the match. De Gea, Varane, Luke Shaw, Rashford. Those would be it for me. Probably De Gea or Varane, if I'm being absolutely honest. Man of the match for Barcelona, ref, 100%. We got a bit lucky there, didn't we? Casemiro onto his own post. How long they adding on? 4 minutes. Yeah, De Gea or Varane, brilliant. But I mean, the stupid thing is the second goal. I'd put Casemiro in for man of the match, but the second goal, De Gea, Luke Shaw, Varane pass it lovely, and then Casemiro plays a silly pass to Barcelona and puts us in trouble, and they score. Mistakes can come. This is the thing, though. Like, if that was Fred, everyone would go mad. But because it's Casemiro, no one will ever say anything. But he made a mistake, because everybody makes mistakes. We're not playing FIFA. We're playing real life football, and everybody makes mistakes. Casemiro cost us the second goal with a silly pass. He doesn't need to get criticised. He doesn't need to get abused. It happens. These things happen, and I think we just need to be, we need to be appreciative of that. These things do happen. Apparently, we've never won at the new camp against Barcelona, and we should have won. We should have won tonight. My title of my show for my match reaction will be Robbed by the Ref, because I'm absolutely convinced that Koundé should have got a red card. And people can say, oh, it wasn't that hard. But when the referee's going up the other end 30 seconds later and giving them a foul for something less, it proves my point. By the standards the referee has refereed the game tonight, Koundé should have got a red card for taking Rashford out. He's given fouls for those fouls all night. So you can't say, oh, it was a bit soft, because the referee had already spent the previous hour giving free kicks for that. So oh, just wide. Is it another corner for them? Yes, it is. Fucking hell. I just want to get him back at Old Trafford now. Did deflect as well. Varane clears it. Still a minute to go. Garnacho got really unlucky there. He could have been running through one-on-one. Come on, just got to keep our shape here now. Cross comes in. What a cross. Malacia on the back post does a good job. I'm nervous now. I don't normally get nervous. We've just got to get over the line here. We do not deserve to lose this game. Take them back to Old Trafford, 2-2. Get that Old Trafford crowd roaring and bloody do what should have happened here. Get the win. We should have bloody won this. Cross comes in. Araujo, Garnacho. Shouldn't be running that there. That's a foul on Bruno. What a game, though. Absolutely loved it. Make sure you subscribe. Get ready for the match reaction. I'm going to lose my shit against this referee. Absolutely disgusting. He's cost us. Should have won. Final whistle, 2-2. I tell you what, the fact that we're disappointed with a 2-2 draw in the Nou Camp tells you everything. That's disappointing. That's a disappointing result. And it's a brilliant result at the same time. To go to Barcelona, who were top of La Liga, conceded 7 goals all season, and score 2. What's 2 into 7? They've conceded 7 goals in 21 games in La Liga, and we've scored 2. That's nearly 25% of the goals they've conceded, and we've done it in 90 minutes. So, look, fantastic result for Manchester United. We should have won it. Officiating in Barcelona yet again under the microscope. But some fantastic performances. I mean, Xavi's got the cheat. Xavi's got the... Look at him. That's how used to getting the referees on side they are. Xavi's actually angry with the ref. He's fuming. He can't believe... That's how much they have referees in their pocket. He's angry with the ref for not getting a penalty. Bloody hell, you've just had the referee give you a massive let-off and he still wants more. Bloody joke. But that's the mentality of Barcelona for you. He thinks he's been robbed. Xavi thinks the ref's been bad. Absolute farce. I'm telling you, absolute farce. Anyway, look, thanks everyone for watching. We'll be back with the match reaction in about a minute or two. I'll see you on there. Brilliant result for Manchester United. Do your player ratings. Members, go to the community tab. You lot can do it through the link in the video description. I'll see you in a minute.